We tried to reach out to the man who died in this pursuit. They were unavailable for comment. Micah, back to you.
Yep.
Well, it's that time again.
Yes, it is.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Richie King, Redneck Pimp. Bad man of comedy, my compadre, my friend, the commander, who agreed tonight to come on here, and we're going to. Let me say.
There
are going to be some people that get butthurt, okay? And if you're one of them people, I'm going to tell you right now, I got some stuff for you right here.
There you go.
Butthurt bomb. Okay?
That's right.
Because we're going to go talk some truth, and there's going to be some people get offended by the truth. There always is, okay?
Absolutely. That's just the way it goes.
We're going to pick some topics tonight. I guarantee you, people are going to be offended. Let's see who's here tonight. Oh, right out of the gate, here he is tonight. First one. There you go.
There you go.
Our old buddy, longtime original listener of the W Entertainment Network. Having a good authority. This is his favorite show.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I heard anyway.
Well, yeah.
Dean, we got a meme about you tonight, brother. Hey, listen. Sorry about the woodpeckers, man. Woodpeckers are assholes. Okay,
yeah,
we'll get into that here in a little bit. Yeah, happy Tuesday. But anyway, thanks for joining. We'd love you guys. Share this, guys. Share the show out tonight. We just had a giant storm come through Missouri, and it came through about 75 miles an hour. So it didn't hang around long.
I
still winds to it now.
Blew my pool cover off my swimming pool, but
wow.
Yeah, well, that's okay.
Yeah.
I got to figure another way to put it down. Probably a good thing. It might have been a parachute and lifted it up and took it away or something. You know?
That's true.
Yeah.
We get one cloud and it messes up everything for a signal. So share this out, guys. Get a bunch of people on board if you can. We're gonna do some stuff here.
Yeah, love us or hate us. We really don't care.
All right. What is it is another who is it? Okay. And then,
who's the what?
Let me find this famous person. All right, here we go.
Here we go.
First chance.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What is it? Here we go. Dean says, I just support. Here you go. I just support all my good friend shows. I know you do, brother.
Yeah. We appreciate you.
Yeah, all the other shows appreciate you too. Suppose the storm like hell here.
We got.
Well, if you're getting one we got, so you get south, kind of west Ohio, if I remember correctly. Mm-hmm. You might get the one we just had.
You might make it moving kind of northeast there a little bit, and we still got more coming in tonight.
Yeah, it come from middle Iowa all the way down to I think the tip of Arkansas. That's how long this damn thing was, but it don't take long. So anyway, all right. Well.
Deep subject.
My rant real quick.
Okay, go for it.
So we go over to my wife and I go and have a garage sale at my daughter's house. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In Cameron, Missouri, here in town.
Yep.
And quite frankly, it wasn't a very good turnout like we usually have.
Oh,
right?
Sure. Yeah.
So that was okay. I had to get up early in the morning, go get the tables and all that stuff, and ding, 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 ding. We have a winner. We absolutely have a winner. Outstanding.
Yeah, look at that.
That man pays attention to history. Brushy Bill Roberts. That's 100 entries in Mission Bucks. Give another 100 if you could tell me who he says he is. I believe he's who he says he is, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. He just did it. A.K. Billy the Kid.
That's what he claims.
That's what he claims. And we'll get into that someday, but yeah. So anyway, good job, Dean. I'll write you. I'll make sure I write Dean down.
Okay.
So
100 points.
We go get all these tables on there, and the guy, he had to go up there. His boss hollered at him, so I had to load these things myself. So I had to take them all back out. There's only 6 tables, but they're big plastic ones, so I had to take them all back out, stack them in there, reload them again, and then put a tarp over them and everything. Get there and unload them and things like that. While we're there, my neighbor calls me and said they had a water main break just outside of M Highway, which is out by Gallatin, Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Apparently that's our water line. Okay. We're on that water line. So our water was off. And when it came back on, we had a water boil. We had to boil our water.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm already expecting to go home and boil water. Get in my house. My house is 82 degrees. I turned on my AC. It stayed 82 degrees. I said, this is impossible. I got a good AC. It's always worked. I did all these little magic deals with it, and none of it worked. I ain't Harry Potter. It just none of it worked. Called my friend. He goes, oh, yeah, no worries. I know that's just what it is. Oh, great.
Good. Come fix it. I'm cold. I'm going to be hot.
problem is this was Saturday night. He couldn't get there till Monday at 1:00.
No.
Yeah.
Not good.
And it took him longer to get there. It took him 5 minutes to fix the problem. $115 later, that's my discount price. $150. Yeah. I don't know what kind of discount he said he gave me, but whatever, right? Yeah. And so we got that all done. That day sucked.
Yes.
Have you ever wished you could go back and just erase one day out of your life? If you only get a chance to erase one day, that'd have been my day. Just erase that day and start fresh.
Start all over. And I hate having a Monday on a Friday.
Yeah.
I don't mind having a Monday on a Monday, but having a Monday on a Friday? Well, like you erase some Fridays once in a while.
I hate having a Sunday on a Sunday. Because if something breaks down Saturday night, there's nothing open on Sunday. I got to wait till Monday to get it.
I know that's right.
And if it's a holiday, like a federal holiday, you got to wait till Tuesday to go get the part.
Our outside AC unit wouldn't pull down past 78 degrees in the house here.
All right.
So I called my local guy that I trust to come and do the stuff. And of course we had rain and cooler temperatures, so I didn't get too excited. Anyway, 7 weeks later, they show up last week. And I thought it needed to be boosted in the Freon a little bit. No, your Freon's good. There was some type of a capacitor thing on the outside of the AC thing, and it was bad.
That's what mine was.
And so he slapped another one on there. Boop.
Look like a little can?
Yeah, looked like a little silver can.
Yep, that's what mine was.
That's what mine was.
Same thing.
I haven't got the bill yet, but it's going to be worth it because the wife is cool, and that's what makes her happy. And so, yeah. So,
yeah. Well,
anyway, it's working.
Hey, listen, I get it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I understand. So that being said, that's all done. Now,
all right,
here we go, guys. Sammy Kershaw had a song called "Politics, Religion, and Her." Okay.
Yeah,
that's a good song. It used to bring a tear to my eye all the time because it was about to me, I always relate to my grandmother. But let's take off the her part. But politics and religion are one of the two biggest things to start an argument, confrontation. Even you can even go to fisticuffs in this country.
Oh, and it gets you shot.
Yeah, and that's been going on for a long time. But now there's a word that's really just chafing my ass when I hear it. Okay, and you're going to hear some language today. So if you're sensitive, I suggest you see you next Tuesday. Okay.
Yeah.
But some words that just really piss me off. It's the word inclusion. Okay. Everybody's got to include everybody and everything, and inclusion. I'm so sick and tired of inclusion is never going to happen.
Nope.
It'll never be achieved. And I tell you why. Because when you're changing to include these people, when you change, you got these other people now who are not included.
Not included. And then they get offended.
Okay. So, and I've heard people say, well, then people got to change. Well, why don't these people change? If you're going to help them, how come they don't change? Won't they start admitting there's mental issues there and things like that? And so inclusion I hate that damn word. I tell you what brought it on. Out there in Wichita, Kansas, one of the Chiefs players, the kicker, Harrison Butker.
Yes. This is quite the thing going on now.
And it's nothing issue, but he gave us, he's a Catholic, and he was at a Catholic college, a private Catholic college.
Yes, it was.
Okay. Giving a commencement speech.
To Catholics.
Right, to Catholics. And I hate to say this, but it was a non-issue. Whoopi Goldberg even agreed with him.
Yes. That floored me.
It did me. I was about to stroke out. I want to feel like a fish bouncing. Wife's like taking my temperature and shit.
And then I thought, she's trying to save her job. And I don't care.
She don't have a dog in the fight. So
I know. She don't have one. So whatever.
Anyway, he gave a speech about women's roles and stuff, and he wasn't derogatory because a lot of women loved it. Okay. He praised women for what they got to go through today.
Yes.
He said, some women, you want to be mothers and wives, embrace that. It wasn't derogatory. Go look at the speech.
You want to have careers? Have it.
Read the whole speech, though. Don't just take excerpts like these idiots want to put online. Read the whole damn thing.
Yeah.
And he talked about, in his religion, it's a sin to be homosexual. Again, in his religion. That's what he believes. Now, you and I could disagree, or agree or disagree. It doesn't make a difference. That's what this guy was paid at a private thing to do. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Here they come. All these women out there thinking, but he talked good about his wife. He praised his wife, not some other man. Her husband. Her husband praised her for doing a wonderful job. Talking about what a great wife she is, what an outstanding mother she is. Man, you know how many women want that praise? You know how many women? I've talked to countless different women that just when her husband's giving credit like that, man, he can stub his toe. She's right to help her because he knows. Right. She knows he loves her so much. She's going to extend the courtesy. You want to really get a family going. One position in the house will think they're better than another one. And there it goes. There goes. Affairs coming, money hiding, all kind of things go on. All right. So, but this guy said what he said, and all these people start coming along and call it, well, you're not including us. No, he included you.
He included you.
But what do you want him to say? It's his belief. He has a right to believe what he wants to say.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, Commander.
Yes.
They had a petition. 300,000 signatures, as far as I know.
The last I heard was 180, so you've got a different one other than myself.
On one website I've seen, and you could be right too, it could be fabricated. But 300,000 signatures to get him kicked off in the football team.
Yeah. 2-time
Super Bowl champions. They want him kicked off. There's only one kicker who you could argue is better in the league than he did. And hold on, this gets better. They want him kicked off, and they want a woman to take his place. Again, women want to play football.
I know.
I have no problem with women playing football in a woman's league.
The only problem is the owner's wife said
she backed him.
He ain't going nowhere.
That's right. She backed him, which if the owner's wife backed him, the owner backed him too.
We signed his paycheck and he ain't going nowhere.
The head coach
agreed
with this. Basically, Andy Reid kind of turned like this. He said, I agree with his right for free speech.
That's right.
That's all he needed to say. The head coach.
And he did it in an environment that was all Catholic.
I didn't see a problem with
I didn't see a problem with it either. I listened to it.
I did the whole thing. Right? So, but the NFL came out quickly. Quickly. And said they're turning their back on that. What he said, they don't approve it. They don't approve what he said. Some players are for him. Some players are not for him. His own teammate, 6'6", 315-pound Chris Jones, who's an animal.
Yeah.
His wife and him both agreed with him.
Agreed with him.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Can we stop? Women, please, can you stop tricking us and leading us one way and then do something else? Okay. I'm all for transgenders not playing in women's sports. Transgender men not playing women's sports. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I don't think there's just no way it can happen. Stop thinking that women can hang with the men in sports because they cannot.
They cannot. I mean, it's destroying women in professional sports that have trained hard all their life to achieve what they've got. And then some guy comes in who can't compete with the men because he ain't no good.
Well, yes.
Yeah, he comes in, takes it away.
You know, and we had this conversation a couple of years back. Me and my buddy Justin Snodgrass and a couple of us had a conversation, Typhoon Panda and a bunch of us.
Yep.
And they were talking about when Ronda Rousey was in her prime in UFC. Okay. She was a 145-pound female. Every time, she's so bad, blah, blah, blah. She'd probably kick your butt. I said, no. No. And I'll tell you why. I'm 6 foot tall. Okay. At that time, I was 275 pounds. I had 100 and some pounds on her ass.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no way. 145 pounds. And I punch, and it's on record. I hit so hard, okay, that I could break a jaw with one punch.
Yeah.
And she's 145 pounds. I'd have cleaned her clock.
Oh.
I'm trained in judo and jiu-jitsu just like she's trained in. Okay. I was a champion at one time.
Yeah. But your mass, your body mass, your
that's what I'm getting
bone structure, everything is different.
She could barely bench press 200 pounds. At that time, I was bench pressing 350 pounds. There's absolutely no freaking way.
No.
Ronda Rousey could even hung with me 15 seconds.
No.
That's not a bragging deal. I'm trying to let you all know. We're the same sport. MMA, she's MMA. She was the top of her MMA thing. At one time, I was the top of the MMA. Okay?
But in the women's sports.
In the women. See,
the women.
I'm not offended women when I say that. Women is a term. It's a word we can use. Okay? And again, I champion women. I'm all for women have equal as men do. And listen, there's things that women can do better than men. Some of them think better than we do.
Yeah.
Okay?
I know that's right.
I mean,
I'm not arguing with that one.
I ain't afraid to, say my wife has got high IQ.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm not an idiot, but sometimes I like to think more aggressive than she's like, why don't you calm down? Well, if you're going to be like that woman, I guess I'll say to calm down. Right. So we need to stop because we're tricking these women. We get half the time we're like, oh man, we need to keep the men. We don't need the women beat on. We don't need women abused. We shouldn't ruin women's sports. But if we talk about women giving birth to children, being mothers and wives, damn, people lose their effing mind.
Yeah. If that's what a woman wants to do and get married, raise a family, be a homemaker, what's wrong with that?
That's what you're supposed to do. Okay, let's go deal with it. Men, we're supposed to be protectors. We're supposed to take care of our family. We're supposed to help produce the children.
Right.
Okay. And listen, a lot of things in this country, I'll be the first one to say it. A lot of reasons that we have problems in this country is because of men.
Yes.
Men have dropped the ball. A lot of baby daddies out there
not doing your responsibility
or doing it wrong. Okay. Some other man's got to come in and do your deal. Just saying. Yep. So we know. But the man made a speech. And so now you got people like the NFL disemboweled, separated from what is his speech. They should be embracing it. Okay. What about his inclusion?
Right.
The fact that he came out and said he's Catholic, people make fun of him. They make fun of him because he's Catholic. Right. Dean says, I disagree with the hiding money part. Every good dad hides money for a rainy day. Dads are always the one that gets looked at when the car breaks down or AC breaks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had Mama's car in the shop 3 times within the last 2.5 months, about $1,200 worth of repairs. Okay. Right. And I don't know what for the AC, but the AC is repaired. So when I get the bill, Dad will be paying that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's my job.
It's not because we're arrogant.
No. It's our responsibility.
Why is something broke? Yeah, something's broke. I want to get it fixed.
Get it fixed.
I'm a fixer. I'm not supposed to be a fixer, but in my brain, I got to fix things. I got to make it right. Either make a phone call or get a wrench out. Okay, that's what we do. I ain't saying my wife. I'm not downgrading my wife. Said she can't fix nothing because she can call the same damn number I call and get somebody out.
Yeah,
she can exactly. She can write a check just like I write a check. She can pay cash just like I can. Okay.
Mine tells me.
I just
DJ tells me if you can't fix it, I'll hire somebody.
That's what my wife said.
Okay. I'll try. If not, we'll hire somebody.
I'll whip his ass. But still. Yeah. So the word inclusion. And I'm going to say it again. I said it a while ago, and we'll say it again. I think we're in agreement lockstep on this done here. Yeah. You guys let me know what you think about this. The word inclusion, it's never, ever going to be achieved. It's not.
Yeah,
because there's situations in inclusion. Like religion's a big one. A lot of people don't like religions. They believe in God. They don't want nothing to do with it. They're so offended about the Bible. Why they run for it so much? Right. They're offended so much about the Bible. They're offended so much about politics. Okay. Right now, Republicans and Democrats are trying to set up cage matches for each other. These old ass men up there who's never been in a cage fight a day in their freaking life. Okay, your age men and women up there, we're gonna get in a cage. You know what? I want to see this. I got gas money. No, so they want to do this stupid crap instead of politics. It's in the religion is a focal point. Politics is a focal point. But inclusion, if you like Dave Chappelle is one of them. He's an outstanding comedian.
Yes.
I don't know if you know. I don't know Dave Chappelle. If not, look up at some of the work. He's absolutely funny, but he's got no filter. Okay, and I got no filter as well, and I can't have when you're a comedian. You just can't have one. But here's the thing I got with the LGBT plus community. Okay, first of all, there's too many damn initials in that bullshit.
They won't. They got their own alphabet.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? But they're too damn sensitive.
Yeah.
Okay. And every time something happens, we've got death threats. I question that. How many people actually have death threats? I'm not saying they don't have them, but you see these commercials right now where Asian Americans are getting death threats.
Mm-hmm.
How many have you seen?
I haven't seen any.
You seen anybody? Have you been around anybody that says anything bad about Asians?
No,
except the fact
not
that
a thing.
they're some of the smartest people around. Oh, okay.
No.
I mean, how many Jews you know?
I know several.
Right.
Yeah.
Has anyone been threatened that you know?
Not that I know of.
See, I don't.
Nobody said anything.
That's the problem. They give you these numbers to push their agenda one way, But people who sit back, like I do and you do, who wait for all the information, okay, before we say anything, are seeing something totally different, right? Yep. So that's inclusion is not going to work because let's say they don't want nobody talking about the gay people no more and transgender and don't want the church to let them in. When you let them people in, okay, now you got certain people that still don't believe that. They're not included. Suicide rates go up amongst them people because those people are included in suicide rates too. Yeah. People are committing suicide not just because they're gay, also because of medical reasons, politics, just about anything. Just not being accepted.
Whatever. Okay. You never know what's going to trip somebody's trigger.
No.
That will push them over the edge. You don't know. And it's just this inclusion thing is great as long as you agree with what I'm wanting to include. You know,
right.
As long as you agree with me, we're going to get along. But if you don't agree with me, then you are a bigot. You're a homophobic. You're everything.
That's just not what it is. And, and people say, well, you're a bigot. You know what? Okay,
whatever. Okay. You know, you want to call me that? I'm going to go home, go to sleep, and I don't care.
Everybody has some type of bigoted term anyway.
Yeah.
Don't tell me. When black folks say white people, stop. That's bigoted right there. You don't say anything else. When you say black people, stop. That's already bigoted right there. Okay. You know, well, every time I run black people, I lock my car. That's bigoted.
Yeah. Okay.
I know a lot of thieving ass white people that okay. Other guys too. Okay. Or if you say every time I'm in the area, white people always want to run for politics. White people don't know how to run a country. That's all bigoted. Everybody's got some sort of bigotry. Inclusion, it's a big word. It encompasses a lot of things. When Whoopi Goldberg came out and said she backed him, I almost fainted.
I could not believe what I was hearing.
Because he has a right to say his opinion.
Right? He has a right.
As soon as they found out it was a Catholic and a Catholic ceremony, people lost their freaking minds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here's another thing: inclusion. If you like Donald Trump or talk anything good about the former president, right, and you don't like this president we got in there right now, then you're a bigot.
Yeah. Yep. They're quick to put a title and a name on you.
It's not a political thing, which yes it is, but a political thing. They say, well, no, you're a bigot because Donald Trump does this and other. Have no proof about none of that. Like no proof. Like one thing I know they say, and I'm not trying to get a black and white thing here, but one thing I will say, I hear a lot of people, especially white liberal people, not blacks, white liberal, right? They say, well, there's different laws for different races. Well, what law is different for me and Roy Anthony? Roy Anthony, what law is different? And they throw out these things. Well, they've been mistreated. That's not no. Stop saying mistreated. Stop saying slavery. Stop saying all that crap. Because first of all, every race was in slavery. My people were in slavery too. Okay, but
that irritates.
There is no job or there's no law specifically for blacks, whites, anything.
No.
Matter of fact, they got more things for the black folks, than you do white people.
Hispanics, Indians, everything.
When you get ready to go to college, you got an advantage.
Yeah.
In sports, you said, well, not in sports. You ever heard of the Rooney Rule? The Rooney Rule in football means owners have to interview minority head coaches first.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they're terrible, even if they couldn't coach a team to save their neck, you got to bring them in, waste your time. And some of these people hire them, okay, because you get a lot of pressure. If you ain't hired a black coach in a while, you get a lot of pressure, okay? Well, you hire them and they suck, and you waste 2 or 3 years of the contract and all these teams players because you got the wrong guy in there.
Yeah.
Now, Kansas City got around that because when they read out, they said they had to do it for Andy Reid. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on.
He's a step? No.
If you want to think about it just for a second, with all this inclusion and everything,
just killed
our country, we've got one of the greatest documents in the world, as long as we don't let anything happen to it, and that's our Constitution. And at the very top of that Constitution, at the very beginning of it, it says, we the people. It doesn't say we the people except for blacks or except for Asians or except for Hispanics or except for Jews or whatever. It says if you're in the United States and you're a citizen, it says we the people. That encompasses everybody. So get over it.
And now that the Jim Crow laws, which were stupid,
Lyndon
B. Haynes, he was a racist president. Yeah. Now all that's changed. There's a more level playing field. Okay. The reason why it seems like whites have so much because whites are 65% of the population. No other group of people come close to that. I don't know what the count. I used to know what the count was a long time ago about how many white people are on the planet. Pretty sure there's more whites on the whole planet.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know South America, like Mexico and South America, those are predominantly all brown people.
Yeah.
I know Africa, part of Africa is white, part of it is brown. So I'm not sure, and I know Canadians. So we have to look all that. I know there's Asia and India got a giant population there too. So anyway, inclusion. I'm so sick and tired of hearing about that. Nobody wakes up in the morning wanting to pick on somebody else.
Yeah.
When milk's $5 a gallon, gas is $3.25 a gallon here in the state of Missouri. I don't know what it is where you are, but right now it's $3.25 in the state of Missouri. That's 87 octane. Okay.
Yep.
I could. Yeah. All right. Food. You go in there. You got to make a choice: light bill or food. I just go kill something in the timber.
Yeah.
Okay.
What the heck?
It's getting where I can't afford that because bullets are so damn high. All right. They're absolutely making it hard for everybody to live. Everybody is struggling. So the government's including you. He's including everybody in that struggle.
Yeah.
The government. So we're all closer alike than what we think. We all have the same struggles. Women, all races of women give birth to kids. All races of fathers help make them kids. All races of dads and moms work. They all drive. They all have a responsibility. Most of the men, now there's exceptions, but mostly the male part of the human race is stronger than the female. Although I've seen some big, strong women. Don't get me wrong. Okay, those are anomalies. The majority men are bigger and stronger. But it's like that, all colors, all races. So inclusion. Think about things when you start listening. Listen to these people. Listen to rhetoric. They never want to tell you what the problem is. They want to tell you this story. You know, I don't want to hear no story. I've read Where the Red Fern Grows 75 times. I already know the damn story. I don't need to hear it again. I already read it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not into the syndicated reruns here.
No. Why do we even pay for milk? Dairy farmers have milk cows
everywhere.
You know?
Yeah.
I live right up behind a dairy farm. Cornelius is great people. Awesome neighbors. Couldn't ask for better neighbors. And one day I was asking him, I was teasing him, I said, man, if I had all you guys' money, I'd throw my money away. He said, you'd be starving to throw your money away. I said, what are you talking about? All your money? He goes, all my money. I said, yeah, you guys are rich dairy farmer. He goes, rich?
Yeah.
He said, we get 50 cents a unit.
That's it.
You know, some of them they get less than that, right? I'm thinking, what? Wait a minute. He goes, yeah, think about it. Licensing it, bottling it, tagging it, shipping it. I'll make more money than what I do.
That's right.
I was like, what? How much you got to put out? He said, we've got to put out, X amount of hundreds of gallons a week.
Yeah, exactly.
In order to make anything at all.
And they are constantly fixing the diet on their milk cows that they feed them so they can produce more milk. And they get milk twice a day. So
right.
That's it. It's a 24/7 operation.
Right. And here's the thing. They suffer any type of loss. These people are set back. They're financially hit.
Yeah.
Okay. For example, out where I live, there are a lot of raccoons. Okay. Raccoons get in their feed, piss all over their feed, tear a hole in these bags. You ever seen these silo bags, these white silo bags?
Oh, yeah.
And they're about $1,200 a piece.
Yes, they are.
Okay. They're out there with duct tape, taping them up and everything because these damn raccoons, right? But one day, I met my neighbor. I said, I'm going raccoon hunting. You want my gun?
Yeah.
Bring him up. Everyone you shoot, you can throw in my ditch and pile them up.
Kill them all.
He was aggressive about it, right? I said, why are you so aggressive? He goes, oh, they're nasty. They're nasty creatures. Fast forward. And this ironically happened a month later. I had a dog get real sick.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what the hell? And I know quite a bit about dogs. I couldn't figure her out. I'm like, she started at the tip of her nose and she went paralyzed all the way to her tail. Oh, wow. I took her to the vet. The vet said, oh, yeah. She's got coonhound paralysis.
Uh-huh.
What the hell is the coonhound? I thought it was bullcrap. My wife thought I was lying and didn't want to bring her dog home to her, but that wasn't it at all. And we ended up reading about it. It comes from the saliva of a raccoon's mouth or anything wet.
Or out of the feces
from
the raccoon.
Yeah. And it said on Google that eradicate them, get them out of there.
Yep.
once I figured that out, I went back and asked, I said, well, how much do you lose, just out of curiosity? He said, if my cow has a miscarriage, and when they piss in the feed and they eat the feed, they have miscarriages. He said, it cost me at that time, and this was like 7 years ago, maybe 8 years ago. At that time, it cost him $10,000 a miscarriage.
Yeah.
That's what it cost out of his pocket. Okay. 10,000. And so they were losing, and they'd have probably 4 or 5 miscarriages.
Last time I heard, when a farmer, even a beef raising beef, not just dairy, but even beef, if a cow loses a calf, or if the calf is taken by coyotes or other predators out there, when that calf hits the ground, and this was a few years ago, that calf was $1,000 calf the minute it hit the ground, and the price goes up from there. I don't know what it is now with the way everything's inflated now, what the value is dollar-wise on a calf when it's born and hits the ground. But
I don't know.
It's a lot of money.
It is, and so inclusion. These guys got to pay all this hot dollar milk, so this is the way the government treats us, and then they want to label us. Now, the government's wanting to put some labels on people. I asked a politician one time, I said, "What do you label us?" He said, "Well, we have to label you." I said, "But why? Why do you do it?" He said, "Because it's the only way to keep track. Period. That's it. We know there's black people, there's white people, there's Mexicans." He said, "We label you guys that so we can know what kind of order to put them in." And I'm thinking, okay, well, as long as you're doing it for the right reasons, but you know they're not.
Yeah.
You know they're not. You keep track of what's going on. So my point is this: inclusion is one thing. If we're all together doing the same thing. Inclusion is not when you make up stories, right? And one guy's doing right. He did right. He did not offend, but because your name was mentioned or your organization or type of thing that you are was mentioned, you got mad about that. That's not inclusion.
No.
That's wrong. Okay? That's being a butthead.
Yeah. You're not including anybody. Those that are talking inclusion are doing the excluding.
Yeah. How else would you say it?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, trying to share out there. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Trying to get the numbers out. So my point is this: Are we all too sensitive in this country? Are we not sensitive enough? Where are we at? Because,
I mean,
I find myself same way. I find myself just like you. I label somebody by what they are. If they're a no good, lying, sensitive crybaby, that's what I say.
Yeah. If I just call it like I see it.
Right.
Is what it is. I'm not going to whitewash anything with you.
No, and there's no reason.
No.
And you're lying to yourself.
I'm not going to, like Tiny Tim saying years ago, tiptoe through the tulips.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tiptoe through the tulips. I'm going to stomp them.
No tulips. No tulips.
No. Sorry. I get some thick skin out there, people. Get some thick skin.
My daughter, thank you for tuning in, sweetheart. Appreciate it. She says it feels like everyone is sensitive. The cotton candy pudding soft. Yeah. They are too insensitive. They really are. And I tell you, that's not going to go nowhere. It's going to get us in trouble, and I tell you why. We used to have one of the greatest militaries of all time.
Oh boy, yes, we did.
Now military guys are soft. They're made that way. Had a son-in-law who just got out of the military 3-4 years ago. Okay. Him and I were talking one time. I said, hey, his name's Jesse. I said, hey, Jesse, if you lose your rifle, what kind of martial arts to teach you? He looked me dead in my eye. He got froze for a second. He said, oh, Dad, they don't. What? I said, they don't teach you nothing anymore? He's in the Army. I know the Army used to teach that stuff, right? I know the Marines do. He's like, no. So we got to fill out a chit and a request with many copies to request to take that type of thing. I said, so if you lose your rifle, you don't know how to fight with a knife? No. With a bayonet? No. I said, is that just your unit? He goes, no, that's the whole time. I guess
they don't even issue a bayonet anymore.
Is that right? See,
yeah.
when and I was in, I'm pretty sure when you were in, because you were in before I was. We got it every single morning. We practiced whipping ass.
Yeah.
During the run, we ran, practiced whipping ass. Then we had breakfast.
Bayonet practice.
Yes.
Hand-to-hand combat.
Yes.
All of it.
And you got proficient in it.
Hours.
And don't mess up. Because you'll train till noon.
Because I'll tell you what. Just to make sure that you remember, we would train with bayonets with the scabbard on, and then they take the scabbards off.
Yes.
And you get cut a couple times, you're going to remember.
Yeah. Well,
I'll guarantee you.
I guarantee you. I trained in world's second dentist martial arts at the time, called line training. Marines don't treat that. Don't teach it no more. But it's called line training, linear extraction, neurological override, or something like that. I can't remember. Right. But it was hard to practice because you get hurt. And I remember they always say, put your hand up, block your face to simulate a kick right on the ground. These guys that didn't, we'd come across the heel, the sweep and stomp. We stopped. Was supposed to tap them right here in the nose. Guys would get their nose broke, because they didn't put their hand up. After that, you start seeing a lot of hands go.
Yeah,
they quit forgetting.
You can probably see the scar across here.
Yeah,
I got butt stroked.
Yeah,
bayonet practice. I mean, I ain't playing around. Wasn't no what they call pugil sticks now. Big old look like big giant Q-tips that they're playing with. No, we use the real thing. That butt of that rifle comes across and cracks you in the jaw. You'll remember what to do.
Yeah, you do. You won't forget.
Yeah. There's no putting soft in back then.
So, and that's the thing. I talked to a Marine or actually this guy here, I'm getting ahead of myself. I talked to a Navy guy who came out of the Navy one time, and he said, I thought real hard about committing suicide.
What?
I said, I'm glad you did,
I'm
man.
glad you did. Yeah.
He said, I'm okay. He said, I'll never do that again. But I thought real hard about it. I said, what happened? Why was you thinking about it? He said, well, I tell you, I was getting ready to get out. I was excited about it, but I didn't want to get out. I didn't want to stay in because I didn't like the way the military was going.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to get out and come back to this crap hole. Yeah, kind of stuck.
Right.
But he said, finally I talked to, he talked to a minister, and he said, won't you get out and go in there and try to make a difference and change that? And that's what he did.
Uh-huh.
But he wouldn't commit suicide because he didn't want to come out, didn't want to stay in the military because they were turning soft, and then he didn't want to come out here because too much insensitive and everything. And he's not the only one I ever heard that from Marines, Air Force, and stuff. Even Air Force, even smart, even the geniuses of the military. So
I mean, it's not all branches, not everyone in every branch is that way. There is those exceptions of those that are serving that are not putting up with this all inclusion, all everything going on here. And they're still there, or we'd be in deeper trouble than what we already are right now. And so
there's people that go into the military so they can do their transformation.
Yes.
And so the government will pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it or not, that's what's going on.
It is what it is.
We went a little longer than that. We're going to continue on that here real quick.
Yeah. We're back up to the 40-yard line and punt now.
So there's a lot of things here that get people in arguments. Okay. And of course, number one here on the list is Democrats and Republicans in the USA.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We already said that. Religion, there it is, number two. We knew that was coming.
Yeah.
So politics and religion are number 1 and 2. Go figure. Third is a gun issue. Yeah. There's really not much to argue about the gun thing. Really not. Be responsible, put it up, or don't have one, dumbass. Don't take it away from everybody. I ain't shooting them. I'm not a mass shooter. I have no desire to walk in and shoot up a bunch of people.
No.
Neither do you. People who do got mental issues. Okay. Take care of that.
But I will defend myself and my family.
Oh, quickly.
In less than a heartbeat.
Quickly. I'm telling you, come out, the corner's going to show up. I'm going to have my feet up on you like you're a footstool.
Yeah.
Arrested.
I will pop a cap in you in less than a heartbeat.
Don't care.
And it won't be the first time.
No, I have a right to do that because that's our right. Right. The next one's racial issues. And I believe that's up there. I'm surprised it's not higher. Abortion.
There's a big topic.
That is a huge topic. Political correctness. That is a big topic because they're trying to kill the comedy industry saying what you want to say. Harrison Bucker. He wasn't politically correct. I thought he was. I don't think he was rude and disrespectful at all.
I think he chose his words as carefully as he could. and he took into consideration the audience that he was going to be giving that commencement speech to, and so saw nothing wrong with it.
No, and a lot of people didn't either because all his jerseys, especially the women's jersey, sold out. He made enough money.
Going to be more women buying his jersey. You're going to see more 7s than 15s out there.
Yeah, he just made a year's salary easily off jersey sales.
Yes,
we got communism versus capitalism. Even nowadays, the Cold War is still on.
Oh, it still is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Here's one that I don't have a stance either way, but I am getting tired of it. Israeli-Palestine conflict.
Well, the Palestinians and Hamas and all them would quit coming over and bombing and attacking Israel. They'd leave everybody alone.
Moving on. Moving on. You did right. So that's another
we retaliated when we got attacked on 9/11.
Damn right.
The world didn't stand up to tell us that we were wrong.
Our president told him not to.
Yeah.
I told President Biden, "You kiss my ass. You're over there. I'm over here." No one said there 9/11 didn't tell Bush not to do anything. Matter of fact, other country hitting the Bush. When are you going to do this? We'll help you.
Yeah. Simple as that. Problem solved.
Here's a debate that I don't even get because I guess it's because I'm too old, but it's like on the list. Nintendo versus Sega. You actually got people that are arguing over the gaming consoles, and I can't see. I got a different screen. I can't see all those comments, but put them down there. Does that even make it? Is that even a thing? I mean, when I had an Atari, I used to walk around school like I got an Atari.
That makes me mad because I want Atari.
Yeah, I want Atari back. Yeah, I can play those games. That was my wheelhouse.
With you now. We got the gloves are off now. Look out.
This one right here, I can argue with you a little bit, but it really don't mean much to me. But DC versus Marvel. DC has Superman. He's one of the greatest.
DC also had Sergeant Rock.
And Marvel, Marvel has all the other ones, but they have Thor.
Yes. So
most of these run them all together, just have a big ass movie and let them all come together.
There you go.
They're
all fighting for the same thing.
That's not even worth arguing over. Oh, here we go. I heard this. I got into this one a long time ago. This is the stupidest argument. Let me get myself together. Lord of the Rings.
Oh, yeah.
You know where I'm going. You know where I'm going.
Yeah, I do.
Versus Harry Potter. And it says in quotes here, I've seen the rivalry so many times in my English literature class. Colleges are arguing over Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. I just now, the other day, watched Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Okay, they're good. They're good.
It's
they're
okay.
Good. I watched all Harry Potters. They're good too. Do I give a shit which one's the
No. And I'm not going to argue with you about it.
No.
I'm not going to fight you over it.
If you start getting all mad and cussing because of Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, our conversation's over.
You got too much time on your hands. Go good life somewhere.
I suggest you go get like a nice succulent sandwich.
Something.
And eat it or go drink whatever drink you want.
Go have a cold beer somewhere.
No kidding. Yeah. This is coming from man. Don't drink beers. But before you do this, he'd be out. No, you know what?
Yeah. I'll buy you a beer. Just go drink it.
Yeah. Insoles. I have no idea what the hell insoles even is, so I can't.
Go in your shoes.
That's what they're talking about.
Insoles.
That's
insoles for your shoes.
People are arguing about that.
Yeah, Dr. Scholl's. Insoles.
What's the?
My insoles are better than your insoles.
I'm a veteran.
We didn't have them in our combat boots.
We had pieces of cardboard.
We had those old hard black leather combat boots. It's just like,
and you can knock a guy out with your insoles, by the way.
Yeah.
Bang! Whoa! What'd you hit him with? My insole?
My insole.
Dude, you better quit that.
Yeah.
Weeboos.
Yeah.
Weeboos.
What's a weeboos?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
Whoever comment.
Well, then I won't be arguing over it.
Yeah. I'll be arguing what the hell it is. But.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's another one that people get all mad about. The People's Republic of China. I'm not arguing about the People's Republic. I don't give a crap.
They're communists. Who cares?
Yeah. We've already established that China are communists and they make everything. But
so what's
the heck? About? No,
they're trying to buy us out. So who cares?
And here we go. The last one on this list, and it's just a list. says pretty much the entirety of Russian history includes the golden age of literature in the 19th century, because who doesn't appreciate Tolstoy versus Dostoevsky? You know what? I'm not even going to. I'm just going to.
United Soviet Socialist Republic,
yeah,
the USSR.
Yeah, I'm just going to. I'm not even going to.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to go there with that.
No.
So
No.
there are some things there. We'll go back over to the regular screen.
Yep. Okay.
And
Our mugs are back on here now.
let's catch up some of these
Comments here. See who we've made mad or who agrees with
my
us.
daughter. What? No one cares about Nintendo. Thank you, sweetheart.
Thank you.
I bought a Wii one time. My kids, they wore it. They're like,
A Wii.
Dad, this sucks.
Yeah.
We quit playing it.
Yeah. If it sucks, leave it alone.
She don't care about Nintendo or Sega. There you go, sweetheart. Even if you do, even if you got a little bit of knowledge about it, my daughter ain't gonna stand outside the picket sign. Nintendo over Sega. She don't give a rat's ass. My grandson will play anything. He don't care if it's Sega.
Yeah.
No, as long as he's got one of them, he's happy.
Yep.
Granddaughters too, right?
Just give them the controller and they're okay.
Yeah.
Good gosh. Come on, people.
I want to thank y'all for joining in, man. It's been a spirited deal. We're talking about inclusion. If I offended you, I'm not going to apologize, because nothing I said to you was vicious.
Yeah.
If
Just
you're
get
offended,
over it.
then you're a cotton candy pudding soft person, and I ain't got no time for you.
Yep.
But if you're a person who disagrees with what I said, that's fine. Just say you disagree. Well,
Sometimes we just got to agree to disagree
yeah,
and move on.
And I'm not going to go burn your car up, and I know you're not going to come burn
I'm
my
not going
car
to go
up.
riot, and I'm not going to throw rocks through your windows
Nope.
of your businesses and burn your buildings down.
Because we're supposed to be able to politely disagree.
Right. You know.
You don't want everybody the same in this country.
That-
It'd be so damn boring.
Well, the problem is they've taken one element out of teaching in school that they need to have back in there, and it's called debate class.
Well,
Debate.
not on a debate class, but something else they take out of schools and need to put back in there. Two other things I got. One, learn how to write in cursive.
Yes, cursive.
Okay. And two, shot class.
Shot. Yes.
What's wrong with giving a kid a trait?
Yeah.
And it ain't just males. I know a lot of great females who are carpenters too. I had one female teacher who came in part-time, and she knew how to build better than I did.
Yeah.
Well, how you do that? She goes, here, look.
Another one they need to put in is civics. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
Civics. Okay. Oh, and one important thing, teach them to think for themselves instead of telling them what to think.
And an extension on that part right there,
Yeah.
conflict resolution.
Yes.
I know I have a hard time with that. I used to be real bad about it, but I've come around a little bit as I get older. I still want to whip everybody's ass. Okay? But you should talk about things before you go to the ass whipping part.
Talk
be a
before
great
you
conversation.
talk before you frag them.
Yes.
just say it.
That's right. Hey, no, you're correct. So, Dean Cerny, okay, screw civics, bring back government classes in American history. Yes, that too. Yes. Geography, and I'll tell you why.
Geography.
I had a former daughter-in-law who told me, looked me dead in my eye, almost wrecked my truck when she said there was only 3 heads on Mount Rushmore.
No, get out of here.
There's 4.
There's 4.
3 of them, and then one like sits a little bit off to the side, but it's still there.
But it's there.
She
There's
claimed to be this big time genius. She looked me dead in my eye.
Oh yeah.
There's only 3 heads on Mount Rushmore.
And serious about it too.
I almost wrecked my truck. I'm thinking, who don't? Girl, you didn't.
Yeah.
What? Google is free.
Yes.
I know that sometimes when we get other questions, they change the answer, but majority of the time about geography, it's never changed.
Yeah.
Since whenever they 19 something they built that damn thing, there's been there's
4. There's 4 heads on it.
and this she swore she had an IQ of 125. If you have an IQ of 125, you know how many heads are on Mount Rushmore. You know when it was built. You know what tools they used to build a damn thing and the time of day.
Yes. You knew exactly where they drilled and how they blasted it.
So I
To
would
shape it.
yes, I went a bit further. I said, well, tell me. I said, you can't tell me who's on it. I swear to God and everything holy. She said, well, George Washington. I said, who else? She says, well, isn't Theodore on there? I said, Theodore who? Roosevelt. She's in Lincoln. I said no.
No.
No. One of them's right. Which one?
You tell me.
I said, man, I was trying, Dean, I was trying to stop drinking. But when I had to deal with that, I had to go get me a cold one because I was like, I told the wife, maybe she was kidding. No.
Mm-mm.
No. Y'all see the Native American flipping off Mount Rushmore? Yeah. That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah.
My people are crazy. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Had too much fire water.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna cut back from that, and we're gonna get into some of our memes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Talk about inclusion.
Oh, I got some inclusion.
We got some inclusion coming.
Dean, don't go nowhere.
So yeah,
You hang in there for a little bit.
Yeah. Stay tuned for station identification. You're going to have a word from our sponsor here.
Yeah. Here we go. When you got to mow after all the rain. Right now in Missouri, this is the most accurate thing. You got a bass boat motor on the back.
That is spot on.
It's funny.
Spot on.
It looks like he drove it out there, been trying it out. All right,
I like that.
Here, these next couple, I'd like to say we apologize, but we don't.
No, not really. No.
That's Dirty Reynolds. Oh, it's got a Florida emblem on his hat.
Oh.
This one, oh my God. My wife prematurely posted this on our webpage because I thought I was going to put it Tuesday night. She laughed so hard that she didn't mean to post, but she did. And Wendy had a child. That's the most spot on.
That is it.
That is it. You can't. There's no. Well, I'm going to change this. No, that's. Maybe if I did change it, maybe I'd had some freckles. But other than that, oh man. Oh, I think Dean sent this one to me. I can't remember. Gary Underwood. Instead of Gary. I'm sorry, Gary Underwood. Oh my! I'm sorry, Gary Sinise. Gary Busey. I'm sorry,
Busey.
brother.
I mean, we couldn't help it, what we had. Well, it goes back to that movie that he was in, Under Siege.
Yeah,
we're dressed up. There you go. Yeah. Oh,
that's what he
popped out of the cave. I mean, he probably brought it on himself.
Did you know that he's actually a high martial artist?
Yes,
he could actually kick your ass if he wanted to.
Yeah,
he's actually a pretty tough guy. He was in Lethal Weapon that fought Mel Gibson. And him and Mel were off to the side learning each other's, and they said Gary moved like water. Like, wow, okay. Cool.
I have read that.
He was in Chuck Norris and Walker Texas Ranger 2 different times fighting Chuck Norris, and Chuck didn't have teaching money. He just came in.
He just come in and did it.
Yeah. Well, listen right here. I was almost 300 pounds because I had an affair with this lady right here. I remember when Little Debbie cakes used to be 50 cents. Now Big Deborah wants $2. Just stop. Big Deborah.
Big Deborah.
I don't care if you don't like that. If you don't like that, get the fuck
We're being inclusive, okay?
Yeah, we're being inclusive. Yeah. Including fat people too.
That's right. We're being inclusive. There you go.
Yeah. Here we go. You know what? I would do this.
Yes. Just for shits and giggles.
Because I'd be the only one.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
That's right up there with Johnny Cash's Cadillac, one piece at a time. I mean, that's great.
I mean, some people making fun of this. Look, I think it's pretty damn cool.
I wonder if that stretch limo's got a pool in it. If you did, man, that'd be great.
Fully stocked bar, I guarantee.
Yeah, no, that's
right. It looks like the ass end might be a little heavier. Maybe it's running downhill right there.
Yeah, just a little bit.
But I guarantee you probably got 2 shocks on each side. And he's got a motorcycle on the front.
Yeah.
That's just something.
He's ready to roll now.
I'll tell you, yes, I'm in. I'm in.
Gonna do it.
All right. This is what happens when you give nature Red Bulls. This is when you gave a woodpecker a Red Bull. They're still in it. Look at that. Chips.
There's still chip at the bottom. We're right straight through that tree.
He's a half beaver. He's a beaver bird. I'm going to show you a couple of pictures here.
Save the beavers.
Yes, tell me yes or no.
Yes, the bottom one.
The bottom was so damn cool looking in paint. I would.
Yeah.
Somebody took a Mustangs and stretched them, but.
Yeah.
One's a Cobra, one's a regular Mustang. But listen, that bottom one's just a paint job on that. Just
I love that
Wow.
that color. That is yes.
that's all yes to me. When can I get it?
Yeah.
Oh, you ever thought about buying some camping equipment to go in style? This is what you should do.
Yes.
Look at that.
Either one. Either.
Yeah,
one.
I can't make a decision. If you guys pick one, I'd be like, I don't know.
Mhm.
1 week with one week with the other. I don't know.
Especially when you get where you're going, you can detach it from.
Yeah.
And then go hot rodding around.
Yeah, hot rodding around. Yeah. I like how they got them held to the top.
I like that.
Yeah, that's cool as hell. That is cool. Okay, Dean.
Okay.
I know you had a debate out there, brother, and somebody posted your debate online, and it pissed me off. So I'm gonna show it to you. Bigfoot smells. Dean, damn woodpeckers. That's messed up, Dean.
Yeah.
Poor guy. Okay, I'm gonna show you a picture. You guys tell me what his name is. I'm gonna say right now, before he starts it, his name's Robert, and after he starts it, his name's Roberta.
Roberta, and he'll go from alto to tenor.
Yeah, quick. Wow.
That
I shouldn't look at this, but it's just like they're here.
yes.
They're here. These people are here.
And they're voting.
They are. I know people are like, well, it's skits and stuff. We're like, no, actually, some of the stuff's based on true events.
Yes. This is that's why they have tags on certain things, because some idiot somewhere actually did that. So that's
For the only tag I can't stand when people talk about is hot coffee.
hot
No,
coffee.
no
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
That's like a no kid moment.
Caution, contents may be hot.
It's coffee. It's supposed to be hot.
Supposed to be hot.
Oh, then when they say iced coffee, I don't even know what that is. That's further my brain can think.
That's
But you caution coffee may be hot. Duh.
you think?
If you don't tie your shoes, you might trip.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, here, check this one out. When something underwater touches your foot. That dog getting out of here.
I'm out of
He
here.
beating feet. Yeah, you grabbed some real estate.
Evan Root ain't got nothing on him.
No. I didn't really do this for any comedy, laughing, or anything. I just wanted to show people. Look at this cool ass cantilever building. And what you don't know is half plus of the building hangs over. Okay. They use those trusses real fat. Okay, so for the tensile strength and your shear weight and everything, and they build with nails.
Yep.
Nails are stronger than screws, although screws hold tighter to your wood better. Okay, but nails give. They'll bend a little. That's why you see all these nails in a deck. It ain't going nowhere because you have the nails. Because nails don't snap off.
Especially use a ring shank. You can't pull a ring shank for nothing.
Whoever made ring shank nails ought to be a rich person.
Yes.
Now, but anyway, I've heard a lot of people say, "Well, it won't last long." A big old debate. Well, look here, 1921 when this photo was taken of it, and look now,
And it's still there.
still there.
Hello.
And they didn't put any bracing in there.
Nope.
Still there. So those cantilever buildings are pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's a couple boards on my house that's cantilever. And you had a problem.
Well, they still install cantilevers around the edge of your roof for your trusses to set on.
Mm-hmm. And
They call it that.
a guy I knew outside of a town called Gallatin, Missouri, out by Lake Viking, he had a barn that only had 3 braces, 3 corner posts.
Yep.
One of them, they just come together, and you can see it when big storms come up. It'll open up, let the pressure out,
Yeah.
and then it'll shut.
And it'll close back up.
It's been there for almost 200 years. I don't know. And finally, before we get to the videos, here we go. Rolling asphalt on Talladega Speedway in 1969. In unrelated news, OSHA didn't start up to 1971.
But if it works, it works.
Yeah, I'm like, who's going to? He knew what he signed up for. They knew that. They're in joint effort on this thing. That's kind of cool. Listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's right. That's right. I mean, it's working.
That's kind of cool.
I like that.
See old footage of Talladega like that. Yeah. Let's go back and check out.
See, I do know that they've got a lot of faith in that chain.
Because
it's only as strong as the weakest link.
That blacksmith was real good, made that change.
Yeah, I know that's right.
Big Deborah, my daughter likes it. Big Deborah. No, Dean says no.
No.
My daughter says no. Okay. Both are illegal, overweight. Well, Dean's a camping guy, so yeah, he know. He's laughing. He is dumb. Okay. Thank you for being polite, sweetheart. If she was at my house, she said something else about the guy. She laughing. Big Deborah, little bro, sister Roberta. All right, now we're gonna get to some of these our high octane videos. Now, we all know we have an idiot family.
Yes, we do.
And I think this one here is probably a good candidate for it. But she's on the wrong end of this argument. Okay, just listen to her real close.
Yeah. So the other day I went to a steakhouse for a friend's birthday and she ordered a steak and the waitress goes, "How do you want your cow cooked?" And I'm like, that's a weird way to order it, but whatever. So she asked my friend, "How do you want your cow cooked?" My friend says, "I want it medium rare," or something like that. And so then I wasn't in the mood for a steak. I wanted a hamburger. I'd been craving a hamburger. So I order, the cheeseburger. And she goes, "How do you want your cow cooked?" And I kind of like awkwardly look at my friend because I was like, I feel really embarrassed. Do I point out that it's not cow? Like, hamburger is a pig. Everyone knows ham comes from pig. So I joked back. I was like, well, I want my pig cooked well done. You're not supposed to eat pork like uncooked. Everybody knows that. That's why it's always been super weird to me that people will get like red in the middle on their burgers. And so she looks back at me and she goes, "You mean your cow?" And I'm like, I don't know how to have this conversation right now. Like, I'm not a teacher. I don't know how to educate you kindly. And I was like, "Sure, my cow." But it was so bizarre. I'm like, how do you not know? It's literally in the name. It's a hamburger. There's no hope for the world.
Someone want to explain to her
there's no hope for you, honey.
That there's no ham, and it doesn't mean pork. It's called a hamburger because it comes from Hamburg, Germany. The idea of ground meat making it into a patty where you can eat it. Called a hamburger from Hamburg, Germany.
Yes, that's how it got its name. Y'all vote.
Oh, wow. I learned that when I was a kid.
Got to save her for the idiot family.
I used to make fun of it. So why do you call it a hamburger when there's no pork in it?
Yeah.
Because
that's the way it is.
Oh, wow. Let's move on.
We had engine trouble. We lost some oil pressure in one of the engines, and they told us about it over the speaker system of the plane, which was stupid because they could have just went, "Hey, we lost some oil pressure." Heard you. Sure did. It was weird. Everybody on the plane was nervous, but I'd been drinking since lunch. I was like, "Take it down. I don't give a shit." You ever have one of those days? It's so hard, I don't want to limp away from this piece of shit. The guy sitting next to me is losing his mind. Apparently, he had a lot to live for. He goes, "Hey, man, if one of these engines fails, how far will the other one take us?" "All the way to the scene of the crash." Which is pretty handy because that's where we're headed. I bet we beat the paramedics there by a half hour. We're hauling ass.
Hauling ass. You gotta love Ron White, man.
Oh, he's great.
I tell you, if you don't like Ron White, you're messed up.
Yeah.
All right, she says, my daughter, that has to be a joke. Well, I don't know, sweetheart. There are people out there that vote.
Yeah. I don't think that is. But it could be, but I don't know.
Pig is hamburger. I know, sweetheart, because we taught you when you were a little girl, so I know.
Yeah.
My wife's dying too. All the way to the scene of the crash. That was funny. I wrote that in there like that was. And he ain't gonna, and he won't go an inch further.
That's right.
Hey, that's quite the gun collection you have back there, Mr. Baxter.
Yeah, see the gun collection we got at Outdoor Man.
Oh, Outdoor Man. Yeah.
This would have went down totally different in my house.
No offense, I'm just not really into promoting the slaughter of innocent animals.
I ain't either.
Your ass just hit the couch and you're already well on your way making a good first impression.
I'm just being honest with you. I'm assuming that you like honesty.
Yeah. I'm just kidding around with you.
Dad, Terrence is a freshman at DU, and he's very well read. Oh, and he also plays the piano, but not in that like Coldplay way that you hate.
tickle the ivories. You know where ivory comes from?
Dad.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding around. So I take it you're not much of a sportsman.
Oh, by sportsmen, do you mean the assassins who go up in helicopters with assault rifles and kill wolves?
Well, I'll tell you what, Mandy. I think you got a live one here.
Honey, be nice.
I'm being nice, you know. Listen, Terry, I just want to explain that.
Actually, I prefer Terrence.
All right, listen, Terrence. Nobody likes animals more than hunters. We like to manage a good animal population, so for future generations, there's stuff to kill.
Just so you know, I actually belong to an animal rights group.
Ooh. Okay. Shockaroo. Which is the name of a little taser we sell at work to actually bring down kangaroos. Doink, 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 doink,
Dad. Dad, Terrence's group is called PHART. It's People Helping Animal Rights Today.
Fart.
No, it's pronounced part. The H is silent.
But deadly.
Mom?
Yeah, right. Yeah, so Terrence, what's your major?
Environmental studies.
Oh, that's my area. I'm a geologist.
Oh, yeah, geologist, right. Yeah, you're the geniuses who invented fracking, the single greatest threat to our clean water supply.
Wrong.
Well, that's not really my department, but we do need new sources of energy, and someone's got to find them instead of sleeping till 11 and drinking lattes on the quad.
Mom.
No, hey,
Please.
it's
You
okay.
go, Mom.
I'm sorry, Mandy, but, you know, I can't stay here in a house built on bullets and oil barrels.
Calm down a little bit. It's not built on that. It's a lot of brick, baby seal, spotted owl. That's
Please quit making fun of him.
Honey, he is being a little confrontational.
You married him.
No, I'm talking about your boyfriend.
I'm lucky to even have a boyfriend because every time I bring one home, you can't keep your.
You bring on the wrong one. That's all I can tell you. No, that would not have happened. First of all, my daughters would know better. Than even.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
They probably date him, but he'd never come to my house.
Mm-hmm.
Because,
Yeah.
No.
Nope.
I don't mess with people behind the counter. I think working in the service industry is very difficult, and I don't like being rude or inconsiderate. I always feel bad when I'm rude and inconsiderate. But at Starbucks, it's really slow. I have to have coffee in the morning, or I can't function. My first cup could not be Starbucks. I'd be dead by the time I got to the front of that line. They talk about making coffee. I'm doing espressos. Who's doing lattes? Santos is doing lattes. I'm not doing lattes. I'm in back getting the scones. You got coffee up there? Don't drink some of that shit. Let's move it. I got a headache. I have to stop and get coffee to stand in line for their coffee.
You know what? I know people who live like that. Okay? Yeah.
Unfortunately, yes.
My wife gets up. First thing she does, after she uses the bathroom, first thing, whoop, to the kitchen. My wife has wore out in the 20-some years we've been married, at least 10 coffee pots. Easily.
Oh,
Easily.
I'll run 3 to 4 pots a day through mine.
Wow, she's wore them out.
Yeah.
I shoot them when we're done with them because they won't work.
No.
So I just shoot the son of a
It's just like a horse with a broken leg.
Yeah, you're done.
Put it down.
You're done. We got to get another one too. We ain't no 4 days to payday. I better scrounge up some money to get her another.
We're going to the couch cushions.
Yeah.
And we're going,
I love her
going
to death.
under the seat of the car.
I love her to death, but without her coffee, she's a different person.
I'll be honest, man. When men and women aren't equal. I'm sorry if that hurts your little stupid ears. We're not equal. Because equal means the word same. We're not the same. In fact, that's my favorite thing about a woman, is that she's not a dude.
Point well taken.
Quit pretending we're the same. I don't walk around, I could have a baby if they'd let me. I can't. We're not the same. People try to make it, we're equal. I want it to be equalized. No, you don't. When any one of you got a babysitter tonight, how many of you picked a dude? None of you. Not because you're sexist, but because you're not dumb. How many of you feminists were like, no, let's get a guy so it's equal this time? None of you. Because the baby would fall off the balcony and you'd be like, why was the baby on the balcony? He's like, I don't know, I came out to smoke. And you're like, what the?
It's about the size of it.
And he lied how?
How you go out? How many times people? Like he said, do you get a boy? I couldn't imagine a 14 or 15-year-old boy babysitting.
No.
So we could go. No. Are you kidding me?
No.
It wouldn't happen. No. Sorry. Gotta get the neighbor girl.
What show was that? I forgot. I did too. But Tim Allen was the guy there. He played Santa Claus and all those of you didn't know who Tim Allen was.
Was that the one where he was the handyman and they had their show? Where,
no, that's a different one.
That was a different one. Okay.
This one here was on one network. They kicked him off, went on this network, brought in more viewers because he said what he wants to say, and made more money. So good for him.
Good, yeah.
You mean to tell me this little shit is a fart?
Yeah.
I knew I smelled something. Who came first, the shit or the fart? The corn. You should also get mom an espresso machine. I'm not getting no. If your mom wants an espresso machine, I'll give her one. Last Man Standing. Thank you.
Yeah,
that's the show.
Okay.
Last Man Standing.
Thank you.
And I think it's still on or up to date reruns.
Yeah, I think it's reruns. I think.
But yeah,
go on Hulu or something like that and get them on reruns.
Yeah. So that was y'all's memes for today.
There you go.
So now we're gonna get into on this day in history.
Oh, good. Let's see what happened.
Of course, y'all know where we get these at. I get everything off the History Channel when it comes to that.
Off the Historia channel.
Hey, listen, it can't be too bad. If it says history in the name, it might know something about history. Okay, here we go. On this day in history, May the 21st, 1881, Red Cross was founded.
Well, all right.
1881?
1881. Been around for a long
Wow.
time.
I knew it was, to be honest with you, I thought it was like a 1920-something ordeal. Okay. All right, cool. That's right off the bat. I didn't know that at all. Wow. 1927, Charles Lindbergh completes the first solo nonstop transatlantic flight. That was pretty cool.
Yep.
1932, Amelia Earhart becomes the first woman to make solo nonstop transatlantic flight. Speaking of that,
yes,
they think they found her in the wreckage. They were way off. They were way off what they were because we all thought they were way off.
Yeah.
But they had this high-tech sonar, and the image shows the exact style of plane that she went down in.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like this identical. It's deep though, and her and her flight assistant gentleman, forgot his name. Apologize for that. But anyway, they think they found the wreckage. Now to get down to it, they got to have a lot of things to get to it, pressurized. And if they're going to pull it up, they got to make sure it's fit.
going to stay together,
right?
Yeah.
And not come apart because all that pressure down there,
Oh boy,
it holds everything together like the Titanic.
Yep.
They several times it's going to bring the Titanic up, but they're afraid it'll implode itself. And
they said it was so deep in the mud when it hit the bottom down there at the bottom that it'd be like a suction down there.
Yeah, and it's got worse. More mud,
worse.
more mud and stuff.
More silt and everything.
Yep. 1542, Spanish conquistador Bernardo de Soto dies in American wilderness. Okay. 1942, thousands of Jews departed from Clem. Apologize if I didn't say that right. It happened during World War II. 1940, Nazi began killing unfit people in East Persia. Nazis killing unfit people.
Unfit. Trying to make that perfect Aryan race. Got to eradicate all the undesirables.
Maybe some of them should have found one. 1911. French troops occupy Fez. I always thought that was a funny name. Occupy Fez, sparking second Moroccan crisis. When you read that, and if you're like a person who drinks pop, you're thinking that's an advertisement.
Yeah. Got a little fizz there.
A little sparkling fizz.
Fizz, yeah.
Year 2000. Former President James Garfield's spine put on display for final day. Spine.
It's spine.
What? Former President James Garfield's spine. I'm reading that right. Spine.
Yeah.
Put on display for fun. I didn't know nothing about that.
I didn't either.
Why they put that man's spine on there for? To put it like a skull or something. Why spine? Sure, that means something else.
Right, you got to.
1539. Black Spanish explorers Estevez is reported killed. Okay. 1999. Soap opera star Susan Lucci. Oh, my mother just loved this lady. Susan Lucci wins first Emmy after 19 nominations.
Yes.
I'm telling you right now, I'm a child of soap operas because my mother and my stepdad watched them all the
General
time.
Hospital.
All My Children.
All My Children?
What she was in.
Okay.
It was for All My Children.
Okay.
I remember that because they would tape it. They would get in arguments if somebody didn't tape the damn show. I'm like, who gives a rat's
Back in the
ass?
VCR day.
Yes.
Yes.
My
Tape
stepdad would put his glasses on. He'd get his manual, and he'd be up there. It was so hard to program. Today, you just and you're done.
Done. That's it.
Poor guy be down there like,
are you sure you have it right?
wow.
Check it out.
I mean, it was easier to hook up the Atari than it was,
Yeah.
But they watched the crap out of it.
Easier to wire an atomic warhead.
Yeah. and I accidentally stumbled upon the way to stop that blinking on the VCR.
Oh, really?
Right?
So that used to drive me nuts.
It did me too. So one day I was messing with it, and I got to stop. My stepdad was, how'd you do that? I don't know.
Don't ask me.
What all you hit? I said, well, I hit some of these, and I caused him to do it again by showing him. Like, dang it. So I finally got it again. I'm thinking, I don't know what I'm doing, so let's leave it alone this time. So every time now a new VCR come in the house, I'm the guy that had it set to the clock. Yeah. 1960, huge earthquake hits Chile. Yeah, killed a lot of people. 1997, avian flu kills young boy.
Don't remember that.
No, I don't either. 1992, Long Island Lolita is arrested. That's always a funny name to me too. Who gives these people some of these nicknames? They kill me. 1924, Leopold and Loom murder Bobby Franks. Leopold and Loom murder Bobby Franks.
Okay.
Leopold, only Leopold I know is a scope.
Yeah.
That makes good optics. 1956, United States drops hydrogen bomb over Bikini Atoll.
Yep. The
Cold War.
They had all the ships out there, and they wanted to see what the effect would have on them.
And they did good.
Yep.
1901, Connecticut enacts first speed limit law. In 1901, what did they have, like 3 cars?
What, a 5 mile an hour? Or what?
Yeah, the buggies, what was it, racing there? Was the secretariat around in racing everybody, or what the hell? Seattle Slew?
Speed limit 1901. Oh, come on.
Wow, okay. Hey, good job.
Good job. Way to go.
Yeah.
How did you know if they were speeding?
Yeah, you didn't have a gun. What did you do? 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Hey!
Pull over. Jake stand on my horse.
Yeah.
Wow. Pull over.
1758. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Lenape tribes abduct Mary Campbell from the western Pennsylvania. Okay.
You don't say.
Yeah, that's what it said right there.
Yeah, okay.
There you go, guys. That's what happened on this day.
That's it.
In history, May the 21.
We report, you decide.
Yeah, you decide.
You want to believe it or not.
Yeah, I don't know how much that
Ripley's ain't got nothing on us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, God.
All right. Dean says it's over, but reruns are after. Okay. There you go.
Okay.
Did they find her remains near her aircraft? That they said they believe she's inside. Her and that guy, they never got out. I think she had technical problems, which Maybe so. I don't know. She's out by the Bermuda Triangle. Who knows what happened? But it said she veered off just enough to throw the searchers one way. Okay. And she was deep enough by then, they didn't have a way to find her.
I watched several years ago, I watched a documentary on Amelia Earhart, and they believe with photographs that they had from the Japanese at the end of World War II that they were both picked up and taken prisoners by the Japanese Imperial Army.
Right.
And were executed or something for spying or something like that. But I don't know. They don't know.
Yeah. Same thing I heard too. Except Japanese come back and they said, "We honest to God, swear to God,
yeah, we didn't do it." But yeah.
Dean, if you look, she could only transmit at certain times of day. Yes.
Yes.
And it was during the low tide, so they could get. Yep. That is correct. Electrical tape.
Did they say how far down it was?
Oh, it's a long ways. They compared it to the Titanic. It's down as far as the Titanic is.
Well, there won't be nothing left then because the pressure down there just dissolved the bones.
Yeah. So they're trying to figure out a way to get it to her.
That's why they have no remains of people scattered around on the ocean floor at the Titanic. You just see shoes laying everywhere.
Yeah, and plates.
Yeah.
Because they kept in the porcelain plates for less than pressure.
Yeah.
Whoever made them ought to get arrested.
Did good.
Yeah. It says they had created SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yeah.
The bikini dance it does. We hot bikini bottom. SpongeBob. Yeah. Hey cousin, how are you? I'm doing good. Missed Dad 13 years today. Oh, that's right. Uncle did die.
Yeah.
Uncle Diener, you guys, I've heard some stories. I told you some stories about this guy. He was something else. He died 13 years ago, and amazingly, there was a storm that day, real bad. It had Joplin, Missouri. 13 years ago, they was taken out. Was a lot of it was wiped out.
Oh, that's when they had all those twisters come through Joplin down there.
Yeah, and
just wiped the place out.
Right, and some of them come up through this way. And I remember driving to Newton, Iowa, and I was trying to stay just on the edge of that damn storm to get up there. See my uncle, where he passed away. But thank you, cousin. Appreciate it. How she did. She's deaf. So there you go. All right. That's something else. Well, real quick, we're waiting on Jada. We still got a little time before I get to the missing persons. I don't want to skip that. But actually, let me go ahead and get to missing persons. What's on my mind? Because I got brain damage. I will forget. Trust me, I see me do it. Okay, this one here is kind of a. I seen this one come up on that one channel with Robert Stack. Unsolved Mysteries.
Yeah, Unsolved Mysteries.
Unsolved Mysteries.
Elliot Ness.
Her name is Shauna Janelle Peoples. Okay. Let me see. Here's some of her picture. I don't know why when I blow this up it gets real fuzzy like that. That doesn't help anybody. Remember that gap right there. That's a good indication. Remember that gap right there. All right. Let's see the date about her. Date of birth, when she was born, November 22nd, 1991. I was about to graduate from high school. No, I just started my senior year in that year. Her hair is brown, eyes brown, height 6 foot tall.
Tall girl.
She's a tall girl. Weight 120 pounds at the time of her disappearance. She's a female, white. Her scars and marks. Shanna has a birthmark on the inside of her leg above her knee.
Okay.
Her alias is Shauna McKee. McKee. Yeah, Shauna McKee is her alias. Remarks. Shauna is mentally challenged and is described as having maturity level of a 13-year-old girl. I can already tell you where this went already.
Yeah.
She takes prescription medication for severe bipolar disorder. And right there across it, that's the first one we had with the banner across it. Bipolar may be in need of medication. Wow, that's the first one we've seen. Details. On September 8th, 2011, then 19-year-old Shauna Peoples was last seen near her residence in Geneva, Alabama. At the time of her disappearance, Shauna lived about 2 blocks from her parents' residence. Oh, well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Shauna's daily routine consisted of walking or riding her bicycle between her house and her parents' residence. Okay. Shauna also frequently rode her bicycle to the nearby store to purchase soda or candy. When Shauna was discovered missing, the front door of her residence was left open and a television was left on. Although there was no indication of a struggle in her home, those close to her indicate that Shauna was very routine about turning off the television. And these people like that have these disabilities,
Right.
they get routine and they do it.
They do it, and if they get out of that routine, they can't deal with it.
Right. So I don't doubt that she did have a routine.
Right.
So she turned off the TV and locking the door when she left home. That was a guarantee. You can set your watch by what they're saying. Shauna frequently spoke on her cell phone, which was turned off approximately 4 p.m. on the day she went missing. Again, there's right there a bipolar banner. She may need medication. If you have any information concerning this person, please contact your local FBI office or your nearest American embassy or consulate, field office, Mobile, that's Alabama, or of course you can submit an anonymous tip online.
Do they have an age at hands? Because she'd be 33 now.
Yeah, they don't. This is all we got here. This is the actual picture here. She looked older than 19 here, but that's too bad, man.
It is.
I guarantee you somebody preyed upon this girl, and she's
sure did. Probably befriended her with their trip.
Oh, she had to know
the store. Yeah, had to know him
because these people don't do well with strangers.
No,
I say people. I mean, the handicaps don't do. I mean, I don't do well with strangers. I don't like strangers either. Low quality images. Yeah, I know it. It's terrible. I wish I'd get better in that area. All right, give me a second. I want to pull this thing up because this is pretty interesting. Amelia Earhart. I can't even spell it, Amy. Okay, let's see if it comes up. Okay, for a while they said they had bones. They found bones.
Okay.
On there, but I'm trying to find if they right here. This might be it. Let me see. Okay, this says they've never been found here, but okay. Have we found Amelia Earhart? And this is new. This is 2024 this year. Short answer, we don't know yet. This past Saturday, January 27th of 2024. So this year, Tony Romo, not the football player, guy, Tony Romo, CEO of the Deep Sea Vision, made an unexpected announcement. The company's recent expedition believes they have taken a sonar image of what they believe is Amelia Earhart's missing Lockheed Electra. And let me see if I can.
That was about one of a kind aircraft back then.
See what it looks like. Let me see if I can pull this up for everybody to see here. For those of you that don't know the deal behind this.
Twin engine.
Yeah, let's see right here. And then share. Go back here. Add to the screen. All right. If you look over here to the right-hand side of the screen, the sonar, that looks just like a damn plane. If you're familiar with what a plane looks like, there's some of the images, and it's right off where she crashed.
Yeah, you can see on the back fins back there the way it was. That's exactly how her craft was designed for the tails. It had those wings that stuck up back there.
Here's I think this is the route. I don't know if you guys can see this at home or not. This top part. I was reading. This was fascinating to me that they think they haven't gave any confirmation yet. So I don't want to jump the gun, but it's probably pretty sure it might be her. Because they have no military plane that looks like these, and they went down in this area. So this could be a private plane for someone else, but they're thinking this might be her. But she jumped around. She went around and she almost made it too. She wasn't far from where she was. Let's see if I can get this pull up. There you go. When she left New Guinea, she made one stop right here and then made it along Holland Island. That's what I was trying to tell you, Dean.
Yeah.
near Holland Island. That was the intended flight path. And that's where the little island right there was where she's supposed to have. That's where the island right there, that Kilimanjaro Island, that's where she's supposed to go. She didn't.
Yep. She looks like she missed it by
a
couple 300 miles.
So
it don't take much.
No, it don't. It really don't, especially out there.
A couple degrees, even 1 degree off can.
Yeah, and everything looks the same. Water.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know if how much this is true, how much is not true, and of course we'll never know until they bring her up if they can. See, here's the thing: what if they can't get her up? You know what I'm saying? What if?
They could use a submersible.
One that can open doors and grab her and pull her up. I don't know. I don't know. So, hang on, let me see if that was all right. Let's welcome our buddy J-Dub in. J-Dub, are you looking at this here?
Yeah, man. I was actually watching that before hopping on. I was, trying to do multitask, watching this whole stuff you guys are talking about with Amelia Earhart and whatnot before coming on here. And yeah, dude, I mean, it's wild. I think after, almost 80 years at least.
Yeah, at least that.
Yeah. It's
when she disappeared, 1939?
Somewhere there, yeah. It was before.
Yeah.
It was before World War II started.
I don't know what the deal is, why it's so popular. I know on my end, it's just because nobody knows what the hell happened. And I mean, it's just like all these, had all these reports. She was on an island and they found some bones and all that. And she swam. Listen, she went down there. She wasn't swimming no damn where.
No.
No.
I mean, that's miles. It ain't going to happen. She'd have been shark poop. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's what I thought happened to her. I thought maybe she crashed and got eaten by sharks or died on the island, burned up on contact,
Hit the ocean, pulled an Indianapolis.
If she went down somewhere out there in the middle of the Pacific like that, where, even in that area, if there was no land within, a reasonable swimmable range and she was in pretty good shape,
she was.
Yeah.
Even for the time she was in, incredible shape and whatnot. 16,000 feet deep. Yeah, no,
that's a lot of.
They ain't getting that out, man.
No,
not 4 miles down.
And in that region of the ocean, and like I said, unless she was in a location where it was reasonable for someone to actually swim to, let alone survive on for an extended amount of time for any sort of possible rescue. Prime example, take a look at the the USS Indianapolis. The whole situation with that. If trained sailors couldn't survive, a couple days swimming out there, even with rafts and rafts and life vests and everything else. Yeah, I don't think the odds are really good, man.
No, let's not forget her assistant was with her. And he went down as well. And this came out in January this year. And I've never known why I've been so fascinated with Amelia Earhart, that whole flying and everything. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I always thought it was a conspiracy because did they really want a woman? Because what's his face just did it not long ago, and now a woman's all of a sudden got to do it.
Charles Lindbergh.
Lindbergh did it.
Yeah.
And not long after she did it, she decided she was going to do it. But what people don't know, Lindbergh had a hell of a time too. It wasn't an easy flight for him.
No.
He had problems as well. Kind of got lucky if you want to know the truth about it, But of course, that's over near the Bermuda Triangle, and nothing works over there at all. So cool. Now we're just going to speculate because there's no damn way we're going to know if they can get her out of there with the submersible. That's one thing, but all I know is how'd that work for the Titanic guys when they went down.
Yeah. And the thing is, nobody knows their condition when they landed in the ocean. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Right.
Yeah, the windows could have busted out. It could be plumb full of water. If it's plumb full of water, they ain't moving it.
Yeah.
Without a crumble. But I guess the best way to know it, man, was send a camera down there. And if you got a lady on there with a hat on or a skeleton and some guy behind her.
Well, like you said, send down a robotic submersible. That's going to be the easiest. That's going to be the best way. I'm not going to say easiest, but that's going to be the best way to get confirmation of what is actually down there. Because the sonar images and everything else, the evidence that they've been able to find so far, it all points to, what could be Amelia Earhart and her co-pilot / navigator or whatever you want to call them, and their aircraft. Everything points to it. But the only way they're going to be able to get confirmation on that is to actually see if there's any possible remains down there. Because, if they were strapped in, then there's going to be, at least there should be, in theory, some sort of remains, even if it's dental, some teeth or something like that. And they can be able to identify that through dental records and whatnot.
Serial number markings on different parts of the aircraft.
They could do that too. I'm worried about those 16,000 feet. How much if her body didn't explode and they don't find the bodies because they just mush? They're gone. And people don't
because
understand
bones and everything else. Right, but cold water temperatures and stuff down at those depths. That's they've been able to see a lot of stuff get preserved. Over a lot of years. But like you said, biology, on the other hand, likes to play games.
Yes,
it does.
It likes to play games.
Well, how many
especially
people,
when it comes to, human body.
Yeah. How many people do you find inside the Titanic?
Yeah.
No, there are no bodies around it. There's none in there. Now, that could have been sharks might have ate them and all that stuff there, but they were people trapped in rooms and they opened the doors with some.
They said that the depth down there with that on the Titanic, you see the shoes laying everywhere on the floor. That's where the bodies were laying.
Yep.
Yeah, and the pressure just dissolves the bones to nothing, because of the depth.
Exactly.
Yeah, my bad, Dean. That's right, Dean. She was. You're right. Remember, you trying to go a different area. Yep. It's not the depth; it's the pressure. Yeah. And 16,000 feet is a hell of a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure.
When I watched this thing on the History Channel,
2.5 miles deep.
The guy was comparing Titanic with her. I'm thinking, holy crap, because Titanic was a couple of feet. If it would have rolled a couple more feet, it would have went off a deeper cliff. Titanic's actually on a cliff.
It's sitting right on the edge.
Yeah, it's sitting
right on the ledge.
Yeah, well, people don't know about that, and it goes any further. It'd have been
way down.
You never got it. No.
Yeah,
you never
down there in the pawpaw patch.
But hey, I think we'll know more about Amelia Earhart being in that plane than we'll know about if Billy the Kid is really in his grave or not.
There you go.
Right?
All right.
Yeah, but no, that's another thing too. Like you were saying here just a minute ago, Commander, aircraft components. Because if that is your aircraft, a lot of that stuff, FAA, I think may have existed back then, or at least some sort of, some sort of agency in regards to aviation. Because in the aviation business, everything is documented. Documentation,
serial numbered with numbers. Yep. Especially in an experimental craft like this one that they had designed to make this flight. Yep. So they were really going to be very thorough in documenting every piece of equipment that went on it, right down to the instrumentation in the clusters on the control panel. Everything.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
So I hope they find them. They're just 2024, and they just now found it. To me, here's the deal. To be convinced, I don't have to have a body. But if you give me the plane number and she registered that plane number, and you give me some artifact that she was wearing, that's all I would.
That's all you know.
That's all. Because if you want something else, you're out of luck.
Yeah, if you can confirm the aircraft, you pretty well got your smoking gun.
Yeah,
we may never know exactly what may have caused the aircraft to go down, because you take a look at a lot of other critical components, especially dealing with like hydraulics and stuff like that. A lot of that stuff disintegrates and degrades over time, and something that could have been a failure, you're not even going to be close to be able to tell. Even something as simple as a rivet friggin' popping off that could have caused a catastrophic failure, mechanical failure. Could have done something, dissolves over time.
You're right. You know how this guy figured out where she might be in that area? It was an accident one. He take a picture of something else, found it, but he dropped a brick. And he was calculating of an argument with a buddy how long it would take a brick to go straight down. His buddy's like, it'll go straight down. He's like, no, it won't. A brick's too buoyant and all that stuff and floating. And he was watching it. He got to thinking, Well, she was supposed to go down here. Maybe this is Amelia. Hey, wait a minute.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, he started looking like, crap, look at that. And he put that picture up there, and then they put the picture of the real plane next to him. I'm like, oh, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, that's eerie. Things start getting eerie when you start seeing, the water's talking to you again, So,
well,
it took him a while to find the Titanic. It was 80-some years. And 80-some years with Amelia. Damn, everything was in the 80s. I hope I don't get lost. 80 years from now, you find my fat ass. I won't be fat anymore then. I'll probably be.
That was Richie, bad man of comedy. Yep.
So what they're saying is that now hearing about, let's see, when was the whole DB Cooper thing? How long ago was that?
Yeah. Dude, I'm gonna do a show on that because
I'm telling you right now, if the trend continues, hearing about about 30 years, we should finally be solving the DB Cooper case.
Yeah, figure out where he landed.
Or even if he
found
was
the case of
Cooper.
money.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or even there was a DB Cooper. They arrested somebody because he found money on the beach around that time, right? His money came from DB Cooper. You guys like, hey, DB Cooper wasn't even real. He wasn't DB Cooper, of course, but he just found it on the beach. So they had to, because they marked it, he couldn't keep it. He goes, finders keepers, buddy. Finders keepers.
Yeah.
You're beat. Sue me.
Fine.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, welcome J-Dub back here there. I heard you chime in today. Hey, how's it? Woohoo! Got him.
Got it.
Yeah. I don't know if you've seen some of our memes today, but we.
Oh boy.
We had some good ones on.
I saw a couple of them. I think.
Here's
Let's
Gary.
do a recap.
Gary Underwood.
Oh God. Well, let's talk about buttered sausage. All right. What about buttered sausage? Where does it come from? What does it do? Buttered sausage.
This is the most perfect match somebody could ever think of. If Ronald McDonald and Wendy had a baby.
Oh no. Oh, sweet mother. God.
Ain't that just a perfect description?
I swear to God, I'm looking at it.
I mean, only thing you put on there, maybe some freckles, maybe would set it off. But yeah,
that's messed up, bro.
Burt, you missed Burt Reynolds. This is Dirty Reynolds. Dirty Reynolds.
Yeah.
Can't have it on your heart, snowman. Got to keep on keeping on. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Now, this one here is wow. I remember when little David Fitch said, now Big Deborah's $2.
Hi, my name's Big Deborah.
Big Deborah.
I'm Big Debbie.
I'm Big Debbie. Excuse me, I gotta go shave.
I'm Big Debbie.
I gotta go shave. Yeah. Here in Missouri, this is true here in Missouri. This is true right now. All the water we got.
I laugh because it's true. Oh my God.
Here's one,
the best comedy is True Life.
That's a Fort Laramie airboat right there.
Yeah, it is. You know what I thought of? Bobby Boucher would ride that. A water boy too. That'd be it. Tell me if you buy this or not.
I'm not saying Dean would gloat if you won the lottery, but there be signs. Okay.
Yes. I'll tell you right now. Yeah, I'll be doing this show from my limo.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact.
Yeah. And here, we found.
No.
We solved Dean's deal. Dean had a problem with the woodpeckers.
Yes, he did.
I saw this one. I saw this one. I was like, oh my God.
This guy right here. This is the best way to go, Robert to Roberta.
Yeah.
Fucking dumbass.
Can't you see you're just a dumbass?
Oh man.
Oh my God, I shouldn't have pulled that rope.
Yes or no?
Oh yes.
Yes.
I gotta say it again.
Yeah, I would.
Yes.
That's just cool.
Yeah. Got to.
And here we go. Dean said no, by the way. He don't. I like these. I really do.
You know, I'm on the fence about it.
Yeah.
But at this, it's something that you don't want to take out to the woods, but it was something you would definitely take to the car show.
Yes.
All right, one more before we let you have the deal. I don't know if you heard this girl or not, but
So the other day I went to a steakhouse for a friend's birthday and she ordered a steak and the waitress goes, "How do you want your cow cooked?" And I'm like, that's a weird way to order it, but whatever. So she asked my friend, "How do you want your cow cooked?" My friend says, "I want it medium rare," or something like that. And so then I wasn't in the mood for a steak. I wanted a hamburger. I'd been craving a hamburger. So I order, the cheeseburger. And she goes, "How do you want your cow cooked?" And I kind of like awkwardly look at my friend because I was like, I feel really embarrassed. Do I point out that it's not cow? Like, hamburger is a pig. Everyone knows ham comes from pig. So I joked back. I was like, well, I want my pig cooked well done. You're not supposed to eat pork like uncooked. Everybody knows that. That's why it's always been super weird to me that people will get like red in the middle on their burgers. And so she looks back at me and she goes, "You mean your cow?" And I'm like, I don't know how to have this conversation right now. Like, I'm not a teacher. I don't know how to educate you kindly. And I was like, sure, my cow. But it was so bizarre. I'm like, how do you not know? It's literally in the name. It's a hamburger. There's no hope for the world.
World, especially your world, because it's
God don't pop your bubble, honey. You won't make it.
Someone wants explain to her.
It is a hamburger. Hamburger. Have you never seen Pink Panther? He's a burger. And that's the only thing comes to mind. Because, oh my God, woman, the Europeans came up with a hamburger, not from a pig.
Yes, the term came from Hamburg, Germany. Hamburger.
So
And you learn that
hamburger.
You learn that when you're a kid. You learn that when you're a kid, like in elementary school.
Just,
she's not a butcher.
She's not a butcher.
Shit, dude. Okay, man.
The only thing that woman's a butcher of is sex drives, because I tell you what, she's a 7, but she's brainless. So now she's a 3. Okay. So,
why are you being so nice to her? Or 3. Before
compassion.
Okay. That's it. He's got to come on and be the compassion one today.
Yeah.
Because we're called inclusion. See, the show was about inclusion. He's including her.
Yeah.
With the 3.
Yes.
You know what? Her favorite pastime. Anyway.
Oh my God.
All right, it's time for trivia question. Trivia. All right. Y'all remember all them Beverly Hills movies? Beverly Hills Cop?
Oh, yeah.
I watch them today. Still
yeah.
Eddie's skinny and young. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. What kind of car did Eddie Murphy drive in the L.A. scene of Beverly Hills Cop 2? All right. What kind of car did Eddie Murphy drive in the L.A. scene of the movie, L.A. scene in Beverly Hills Cop 2?
Oh.
And
that's a good one.
Yeah.
I've had people tell me, well, no, no, it's not. Yes, it is. He's driving around in front. That's not L.A., you dumbass. That's in Detroit.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know it's a drop top.
Exactly what it is. That's part of it. Yes.
That's all I know.
That is the car.
My head.
Yes. That is not a Lamborghini. It is not a Lamborghini at all. Has nothing to do with it. Yeah, it's not
do we have a winner already?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
No, I was just telling you because the first part of that's is a Lamborghini. It's not a Lamborghini. What kind of car is it that he drives in Beverly Hills Cop 2? And he's always had some movies with some cool vehicles.
Yeah. Yes.
That Metro,
yes,
that Metro cop he had a sweet ass truck in that one. And while we're waiting on that to do, what do you think about all Cutlass? Yes, ding 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 ding. We have a winner.
Oh,
two winners. My daughter got it. It was a Cutlass, and Dean went a little more specific. He had 68 Olds convertible.
Olds Cutlass.
Cutlass S. The Cutlass S series.
That had the 442 in it.
Yes.
That had the 442 in that Olds Cutlass thing.
It would probably outrun the Lamborghini.
150 on the speedometer.
Yeah.
Muscle car.
So I'm gonna do both of you. Give you both the 100 entries, Dean. So you got $300 today.
I had a friend of mine that had a blue one with convertible.
And then
it was nice.
There you go.
Yeah, blue one.
Blue convertible,
Yeah, I like
rag
blue.
top, baby, rag top
All right.
with window wings.
Wing window, originally known as smokers' windows.
Smokers' windows. That's right.
My mother had a
Air conditioning. That was the air conditioning. Turn the wings
original air
back.
conditioning.
Yeah.
Two wing windows open at 65 mile an hour. 265.
There you go.
Baby.
My uncle sold a car like that. Guy said, "What's the kind of AC has got?" He goes, "Got 255." He said, 255. I never heard that. You got two windows down to 55 mile an hour. Take it or leave it.
Leave it.
So, man with the answers right there from way back when.
Way back. Yes.
I'm not gonna lie. I had a '66 Mustang that was the air conditioning that was in it as well for a long time.
Yeah.
I miss that car. Dean says had a buddy in college that had an orange one with the stripes, white top and white interior. Ooh.
Nice.
Ooh, yeah, this one was
Clean.
blue. That's right. This one was blue with the white stripes on the hood.
Clean.
And a white rag top.
Clean.
And then the
Nice.
boot and snapped the boot down and
They do not make vehicles like they used to make at all.
And they's all steel. All steel.
Yeah, I've seen people.
Dash was steel.
I've seen people wreck them.
Doors steel.
I've seen people wreck them, back up, and drive home, and they only have a little scratch on the bumper.
Yeah.
Yeah, driving all the time. Hey, can you buff out a scratch? What'd you hit? 3 cars and a child? Oh, is that it? Yeah, okay.
I saw somebody here not too long ago. They wound up putting up a what was it? They put a comment out there talking about cars and everything. It's like, man, we need to make cars cool again. Quit making them all look like old Pontiac Aztecs. Okay.
Oh yeah. I forgot all about that. Yeah.
Like,
Steel and sex appeal. Yes.
They're not wrong on
No,
that
they're
statement
not.
because like almost every car out there on the road anymore has become a crossover or an SUV. It's like, no,
I forgot about the
oh
Aztec.
man,
Yeah. Or they
SUV
look like
was
freaking-
like an SUV was like the old Ram Charger, or
Yeah.
an old K5 Chevy Blazer, or an old second gen. Why I say second gen? I'm
Mhm.
talking the 78 to what is it 93 full size Ford Bronco, something like that.
Yeah.
That's an SUV, or even a Jeep.
Yeah. What they're calling an SUV today is not an SUV to me.
No, it's not.
No.
They look like a damn AMC Javelin.
Yeah.
That's what they look like.
An AMC Pacer. An AMC Pacer that looks like a pregnant roller skate.
The old red one too. That old red bubble looking.
Yeah.
I had a buddy of mine named Bubbles Isabel. Bubbles Isabel. He wasn't gay. He was just Bubbles because he was like 367 pounds getting in and out of his car. I'm like, stop.
Stop. Like, bro, your Jeep Eagle lookalike, male lady car. It's not an SUV. All right, I'm sorry, but it's not.
He would smile though and say, "You know what?" He said, "I get 37 miles a gallon." Man, back in that day, 37 miles.
That's a lot of mileage.
Okay, well, you
That's
wouldn't.
impressive.
At least they haven't tried to come up with something that looks like the old Plymouth Barracuda yet.
Yeah. SUVs today are no sport, very little utility, and barely a vehicle.
Yeah, no, that's right.
But go work on them and see how much it costs your ass.
Oh my God.
Oh God, don't even want to think about it.
And tell me,
I
well,
know
it's a 4-wheel drive. It costs a lot of money. I said, I didn't bring you my pickup. Okay, I'm bringing you a hybrid. No, my truck costs money. Yeah, no.
I know what
Same.
it costs to get my work van out of the shop today.
All right, go
I
ahead.
don't know what
Easy.
it's going to cost to get my truck out of the shop here.
Oh God.
Go ahead and let us down easy. What it costs.
Let you down easy. It the manifold exhaust gasket started leaking a couple
Okay.
months ago, and I got a miss in it. Well, I had to get Mama's car taken care of first, and got all the bugs out of hers after 3 trips to the shop with different things. Okay, I said it's time for my van, so I take it over here to my man across the street, and the manifold intake gasket was leaking antifreeze, and it shorted out 2 plugs and 2 coils. So they went in there, cleaned it all up, replaced the 2 coils, the 2 plugs, and they put some silicone and some grease down around there to keep the antifreeze. It was just a small drip, but over time it built up. But to replace those manifold exhaust gaskets, they had it a day and a half and it was $1,400. Yeah.
Oof. You tell him you like,
and I said, you know what? I said it was worth every penny of it, because if I would have tried to have done that myself, and I would not have even attempted that, not in a van. There's no way. You got to take turtle shell out. That's something you got to work from underneath. No. The money I would have lost from working with it sitting there, not running my service calls, I was ahead. Pay somebody else to do it. Sometimes the ends justifies the means. Just take it. Let them have it, get it done, comes out. And I go to this guy because when I take it to Mike and it comes out of Mike's shop, I don't have to worry about it's done right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you
did
did that.
Done right.
I'm glad you did, because if I would have did it, it cost me more money, because he didn't.
Oh, I'd have tore Jack up.
He'd have had to scrape the flex seal off, because I'm trying to flex seal.
Flex seal and duct tape.
I'd have been twisting bolts off and breaking crap. And
I'd have had foul language and then all kinds of
throwing wrenches everywhere.
Sheriff
Here's the
got
thing,
called for no reason.
If there are no skin knuckles and thrown wrenches, was it really ever repaired?
Yeah. Great minds want to know.
Yes.
Yeah. Hang on a second. Yes, actually, we did. Dean got it within 25 seconds. I'll show it to you. The what is it? It was a human. What is it today? It was a who is it?
It's a who is it?
And so this is what it was. And for those of you who don't know, that's Brushy Bill Roberts, a.k.a. Billy the Kid.
So he claims.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
I actually believe that he's Billy the Kid, but
he's kind of got those eyes of somebody back there.
Yeah,
you know.
But because they won't dig up and check, how do you know? How do you know wrong?
Yeah.
I've seen it twice, and that's not him. I've seen it twice.
I'll make you famous.
I'll make you famous. That's all. That was always good until I'm your Huckleberry come out, and all of a sudden, yep, okay, yes, I got it. Yes, you did, Dean.
Yes, you did, Dean. You got that. You got the 100 points. We got you down.
Billy the Kid was a woman. Hey, can't prove it. You can't prove it. I mean, he could be right.
What are you gonna say?
You know, they had a big deal about Jesse James here for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
If it was him, it was not him. Yeah, Jesse James actually, when he died, they buried him in front of his house, and in 1901 they moved him to the Kearney Cemetery. Okay, you know, they said he was buried upside down. Well, first of all, he wasn't really buried upside down. He just bounced that way, all the writing and all that stuff. He actually flipped over his casket. Right, but they said they had some teeth of his that they saved in a Tupperware bowl in 1800s, which I think foul, right? Yeah. And then they took these teeth, it was in the Tupperware, and they did a DNA on it, and they said, yes, he's buried there in the Kearney Cemetery.
Well, they found a distant relative over at St. Joe.
Well, they found one in Hamilton,
and Hamlet, and they ran their DNA test.
Yeah.
Came back like 98 point, blah, blah, blah,
yeah.
blah, blah.
Somewhere percentage like that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's an old boy who was down in Texas who, I mean, this kid looked identical to Jesse James. And I know this because I had a guy working for me, Dennis James, probably James out of Hamilton, Missouri, over in town I live by. His uncle, that was his uncle. That was his blood uncle, Jesse James was. His name was Dennis James. He looked just like Jesse James too, the outlaw. Looked just like him. And he put him right next to each other TV. I'm like, holy crap. And he said, hey, look, my uncle, you know, some people in the family don't believe he actually died. I said, your uncle wasn't shot up in St. Joe? He goes, well, that's what they told us.
Yeah.
But some of us don't think he was. And he even said himself he wasn't sure that he's really shot. He said, because really, he said, who was going to get the drop on Jesse?
Right.
He was so damn paranoid, you know, his kids couldn't walk up on him.
And late 1880s, you know.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. I used to on the West Coast chopper. Yeah. He is.
Yes.
Yes, he is. He is a descendant. And like I said, I had one of the direct descendants working for me. So that's all pretty cool. There's not very many of them from Jesse. A lot of them are from Zerelda, by the way. So that's all kind of cool. But,
interesting indeed.
Yes, yeah. Of course, I'm a Jesse James nerd. I love Jesse James.
Nerd.
Nerd. Yeah.
You got to sleep sometime. You do.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah, the wife's told me that a time or two.
There's a story about Frank. Don't know if a lot of us knew this or not, but Frank James was in a town called Gallatin, Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
It's one place he's on trial, by the way.
Yeah, he went to trial there.
Yeah. But he was at a cell barn there, and he's bidding on this wagon. Frank James was, and he finally bought it. He was getting pissed because this guy kept running the bid on him. And the guy turned around and says, "Congratulations! About time you bought one. You stole enough of them."
Oh,
the old boy
wow.
was never seen again. That old boy
I
said,
wonder why.
Yeah.
Okay. Because what people don't know, Frank James was a bad man with his hands too, not just a gun. He was the one who did most of the killing. Jesse couldn't shoot the broadside of a barn. That's why he had 2 guns. Frank was in the Frank was a tough guy, and so I don't know that old boy disappeared. I look for it. It's been more than 80 years, so I'm sure they ain't found the body. Probably never will.
Go west, young man. And that's what happened. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what they had. Yeah, they told Johnny Ringo. He lived in Gallatin, Missouri for a long time. They told him to go out there and prosper. Yeah, he went out there and got shot, and died. So, yeah, people from
Ain't no
Gallatin.
Daisy. You ain't no Daisy, Johnny Ringo.
You my Huckleberry.
That's my top 2 greatest movie ever.
Yeah,
I watch every time it's on. I make like, hey, Tombstone's on. I don't care about Tombstone. Hey, woman, we're gonna have an issue up in here.
Yeah.
I found out why they call me the bad man. Yeah.
You find out why my eye's black next time I'm doing the show. Got a Wagner injury. It says Wagner across my head from an iron skillet. Yeah. That is a true story. Yeah. I've heard that a lot by a lot of people. Jesse James, lady lived by Princeton, Missouri, and if Frank James and Cole Younger and them guys used to ride through her land all the time. She came out one day and she says, "Hey, Jesse, I'm sorry, buddy, but you guys can't ride through here no more." She said, Frank, you can't ride through more. Frank said, "Why not?" I said, "Well, got behind, and the banker and the sheriff were coming out to foreclose on me." He goes, he passed the hat around, gave her the money. He goes, "Now I want you to get a receipt. I don't care what else. I want you to get a receipt." All right? Okay. All right. He gave her the money. She left. An hour, here come the banker and the sheriff. He goes, "Oops, last chance. You got my money? Probably not. You're going to kick you out." She goes, "I got your money. I want a receipt." So she got the receipt, right? Next thing you know, they rode over a hill and heard bang, 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 bang. About 10 minutes later, here come the Cole Younger gang and Jesse James and guys come right back over there, looked at her, nodded the hat. He said, "You got that receipt?" "I do." "You're welcome." So they robbed the freaking sheriff and the bad guy, right? They got their money back and went on about her way. So he can keep coming there and resting her barn.
That's great.
Like, okay. And I tried now and I have the convoy of police after him, If Jesse James is alive today, an outlaw, what kind of weapon do you think he'd use?
Oh.
I don't think he'd be on a horse either. He'd probably be riding a Mustang or some type of.
He'd be in something
like a Charger or something.
Yeah, right.
They liked the big guns back then.
Yeah,
I think he'd be packing a 44 Magnum, probably.
Yeah.
I don't think
Dean, I thought the same thing.
I did too. Yeah. 1911 mil spec.
1911
mil spec version. So all the magazines will fit each one of them. They can just swap magazines around.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but I got a 45 ACP in 1911. It reminds me of that movie Rocky.
Yeah.
Shoot it. Wife's like, "What's it going to do?" I said, "Anything it hits, it destroys."
Kind of like the movie he played in Cobra when he carried one.
Yeah.
500 Smith & Wesson.
Yeah.
I always wanted a pair of grips with a Cobra on it like that for my 1911 A1. I thought that'd be cool. Yeah.
Wow, Tom got away from us.
Here's an idea. A python.
Oh, Colt Python. Yeah.
He probably would have one.
In a 357 Magnum.
In a 357 Magnum. Yeah.
6-inch
barrel.
Yeah, I got one of them. Ain't nothing wrong with them guns.
6-inch barrel, bent rib. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That could be a good one for him right there.
Yeah. Jesse, Frank would have a very calculated. Whatever Frank had to be calculated. Yeah. It'd be a perfect gun for.
He would be a 9mm guy.
He'd be a 9, and he'd be magazine heavy. He'd be magazine heavy. He was a 175-pound man, but he weighed 250 pounds because he had a lot of magazines on him.
Yeah.
Frank would play. Yeah. And Cole, can't believe the two went to circus together.
Yeah.
When Cole got out of prison, Frank and Cole went to the circus. Hey, whatever. Guys, time got away from us.
Yes, it did.
J-Dub didn't get to tell us about his outdoor segment. We talk about cars. They're outdoor.
They're outdoor. Yeah.
Cars
The
are
campers that we saw pictures of.
Yeah. And J-Dub,
I was going to talk a little bit about tow rigs, but yeah, I mean, that works too. So I mean, you guys work far off. I mean, I'm just saying.
No, we're not.
We can talk about the tow rig stuff next week. We'll
okay. All right.
We'll do that. We'll get after it next week.
We'll make sure we're inclusive.
Fuck me, right? That's the most useless freaking term because it's never going to be accomplished.
No, never will.
It can't, because once you include these people, you already offended these other fucking people. Then you want to go back to them, then these people are offended again. We're like, holy shit. Just suck my ass and call me Baldy. All right? I don't know what else to tell you. Christ. You want to give us some closing thoughts there, Commander?
Oh,
before we get forward to FFA or whatever.
Before we have to go to church and go to the altar and get on both knees.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness,
yeah.
Yes. Oh.
We have a minister knocking door here in a minute.
Forgive me, Father, for I have.
Yeah.
And listen, I ain't picking on churches now. We're not picking on churches here on the WO radio show. We're inclusive.
That's right.
We're inclusive.
We're inclusive. We're inclusive. We're going to discriminate all of you
equally.
equally.
I'm going to pick on all y'all the same.
The same.
So I don't want to hear nothing about it.
Yeah,
we are equal opportunity offenders.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to get it on a t-shirt.
Everybody.
That's right. If you ever hear about something Richie King doesn't offend people, you'd be like, well, you must not know the one I know. must be a different one.
Oh my goodness.
If you think he cares, you're really fucked up.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that's great. You know what? If we're laughing, you're not crying, right?
Oh yeah, no, that's right.
Yeah, with a lot of laughing today. That's great. Listen, all joking aside,
you can't say it straight face. Man, why you bullshit people?
Oh God, love us! I'm telling you what, you're valuable out there. You mean something. Truly, truly mean something to somebody somewhere, especially to yourself. Mm-hmm. If you are getting in that deep, dark place, scream out for help. Somebody will listen. Somebody will come. Somebody will be there. It takes a strong person to say, help me. Okay? Doesn't mean you're weak. It takes a strong person. You just call and talk to somebody. You can call us. Tune in on the radio show here. We'll chat with you. We'll sit here and spend the whole 2 hours just listening to you. And everybody else can just take a back seat. We don't care.
They can listen too.
They can listen too. We'll all listen. But you're valuable. You mean something. Just hang in there. You made it this day. You can make it another. And if you make it another day, you can do another one after that. You just hang in there. We're here for you.
Well said. That was very inclusive. All right, J-Dub, go ahead.
Just remember, we're all here, baby. We're here for you, no matter what. Oh,
you gotta breathe.
Oh, yeah. Just like that. Yeah. Enjoy it.
Yes.
Inclusion. Anyhow, enough of with that. So.
I was about to take a nap. Hey, yeah.
Okay, just let. Anyhow,
it's just a tip. Relax.
Yeah.
It's just a tip.
That sounds so satisfying. I don't know why.
That's another word another word I hate. Thank you guys very much. That's satisfying. What? What'd you eat, a fucking sandwich? Listen to the show? You got some good drinks? My grandkids learn that shit in school. I'm going to go down to school and say, I got something satisfying. What?
Yeah.
What'd you say for? That's so satisfying. Christ.
I feel good now.
There was some people that can't stand the word moist. Anyhow,
that's funny to me.
Anyhow, like Commander said, just remember, you have worth. And also, another thing, particularly for those of us that have done time in uniform, which I think is the majority of our audience, remember, we have one of the big ones coming up this weekend. Memorial Day weekend is coming up this weekend. It is good to take the time to remember, and I say this for those that want to go up and thank veterans for their service and stuff. Remember, today, this coming holiday, it's not for us.
No.
The ones that are still here, living, breathing, walking, and talking, it is not our day.
That's right.
We appreciate the support, but the real heroes in the day that this coming Monday is for the ones that are in the ground, the ones that made that ultimate sacrifice.
That's right.
Both at home and abroad. And this is our day to remember them. However, on the flip side of that coin, as somber and as tough as I know it is, because I have a hard time, and I know I am not alone. There are many others that experience the same feelings that I do on Memorial Day. Our friends that are in the ground and our loved ones that are in the ground don't want us to be in a hurry to join them yet.
That's right.
So take the time, remember them, but honor their memory by celebrating them. That is how we do it. Not by mourning, but by celebrating and living life as best we can. That is what they would want. So please, please enjoy the day, but honor the day.
Absolutely.
Right. This Monday at our Veterans Memorial here in Cameron, we have a ceremony every year. And Richie does the sound for us. He was a guest speaker one year. 10 o'clock at our Veterans Memorial. Those of you in our area that are listening in, be there. We've got a guest speaker and trying to get some more stuff put together for the rifle detail. I don't know if we'll have one or not this year. You can't get a lot of folks, but a lot of veterans to want to volunteer for whatever reason. I don't know. But we will be there at 10 o'clock to honor those who have paid the ultimate sacrifice and have gone on before us.
Right.
And that's what it's all about. We'll be spending Friday morning, some of us putting the flags on the graves of veterans here in Cameron. We've got 5 cemeteries that we decorate with flags for the veterans that are laid to rest already. So, be there, 10 o'clock, Veterans Memorial here in Cameron, and celebrate our freedom due to their sacrifice.
Right. I'm not offended by when people say this. Some people are. But don't walk up to someone and say Happy Memorial Day.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. I know what they're trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the wrong way to say
it. Exactly.
Just don't even say happy anything on that day, because it's not, it's just, I don't get mad about it because I know people they don't know really what to say.
They mean well.
They mean well.
They absolutely do. So I let that go. A lot of people don't. A lot of people get offended. It ain't Happy Memorial Day. Easy, Buck.
Back down.
Easy, Buck.
Yeah.
Reel the claws in. Retract the claws.
There's really not a proper. So I don't know. But listen, I'm taking back up what they said. But before I get to it, I got 5 words I need to stop hearing. Okay, 5 things that just drive me freaking nuts. All right. First of all, wellness check. Mm-hmm. What kind of happy horse shit is wellness check? When I hear wellness, I'm thinking you asked me if I got a well. How's my well doing? I don't have well water anymore. I got county water. All right. Well, what happened to a doctor's office? What happened to a checkup? Why you got to say wellness? That sounds like some type of liberal pants too tight, its buttholes hanging out talk. I don't want to hear that crap. Okay. Another one, flowers. Man, that guy was right. I want to give him his flowers. No, don't give me. I don't like flowers. I'm a grown ass man. Don't give me no flowers. I give my wife flowers. That's okay. Well, whatever happened to saying I got to give you your credit? Where do we change? Where did it change? I got to give him his flowers. Stop saying you got to give another man flowers. Stop. You can use the old word. All right. Another word that just it baffles the shit out of me. I don't want to hear. drip. Man, your pants and your shirt, boy, you put together a good drip. I want to swing on them. I want to swing on them. Like, well, you get so mad about. I said, drip. When I was a kid, you say drip. I got to go get a shot from the doctor. I need a penicillin shot.
Yes.
You saying drip, dude. You say drip. I'm thinking you're talking about some type of sexually transmitted disease, weirdo. Another man should not walk up and say, man, I like your drip. No.
Sicko.
Weirdo.
Sick
if you like
weirdo.
what's wrong with saying, hey, man, you look cool today. You look good. Thank you. That's a little weird too, but whatever. But saying I like your drip, I think I gotta go fix my faucet. Right, let's knock that shit off. Right. Another one I hate, this medical term called acute. You go to doctor and they say, well, you got acute diarrhea. I'm thinking, the hell's cute about diarrhea? Diarrhea is not cute. Quit putting acute in front of diarrhea.
Small case.
Yes. Or well, your Uncle Bob died today. He had an acute heart attack. The hell's cute about a heart attack? Especially a massive heart attack, he turns black. They know. I mean, it just looks black and blue. Stop with it. Acute. No. No. And finally, food insecurities. The VA asked me the other day, "You got food insecurities?"
Food insecurity.
I said, "No, I ain't insecure about eating. I eat all the time. I'm not insecure about it." She goes, "No, are you worried about? Are you insecure about where you're going to get your next meal?" I said, "No, you didn't hear what I just said. Does it look like I miss a meal?" I ain't insecure about
shit when it comes to food.
She goes, "What's that? We met. Are you hungry?" I said, won't you just fucking say hungry?
I'll eat that.
Won't you just say, are you hungry? Are you got any food at your house? Let's say that. What's all this food insecure? All these words are just starting to look. I'm either getting old or maybe I need to go have my tuned up a little bit upstairs or something. But stop.
No.
These are not inclusive words. Okay, you're not including me in drip and flour. No.
Dean Surdy says Pimp has obtuse diarrhea.
That's right, obtuse. All right, I can deal with obtuse, but acute. Don't put acute in front of diarrhea. That don't even sound right. Oh, look at you! You got acute diarrhea. Ain't that nice? No. When you shit through a screen door. No. Yeah,
that is not cute. That's a mess.
I mean, when you got to quietly rip ointment on your crack, it's not cute. Stop.
When the kernels find their way through the screen, that's when you really got to worry.
Wow.
Oh, no kidding. And it sounds like you're.
Here's some butt balm. Put it on.
No shit. when you got diarrhea so bad, it sounds like a downspout after it rains coming out of you. What the hell? That ain't cute. Damn.
Quit.
Anyway, guys, we got to go, but appreciate y'all tuning in tonight. We appreciate it on behalf of JDub and Commander and Dean Cerny and everybody watching tonight. Thank you all very much. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Thank you for your comments out there.
Hopefully, we'll all be inclusive. Y'all can join up again. All right.
If not, we'll say we should have been.
Yeah, whatever.
We'll be diverse, I promise.
Yeah, diverse. Yeah, we'll be diverse.
I'll diverse you.
Oh, shit. No. They're all triangles. Yeah, man.
Right.
Yeah, Dean. Yeah, you're a hell of a guy. Yeah, don't let the woodpeckers about the Dean. But, guys, take care of yourselves, man. We'll see you next Tuesday. Donna Duggahoy, Ost Usvi. You guys are good people. Really. You really are. Have a good Memorial Day.
Safe one, too.
Safe Memorial Day. Good Memorial Day. Those are some words that we can all get around. And if you say happy, I'm not going to blow a valve and inside myself because it ain't for me anyway. This ain't my holiday. And if you got nobody, here's another thing, too, real quick, before we go. If you're out there right now and you got nobody in the military in your family, you can grieve for the ones you lost.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's all right.
It's okay. So, that being said, guys, take care of yourselves and each other. Have your pets spayed or neutered, okay? Shout out to Bob Barker.